Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of KeMedicine. I am here live with the prolific,
Woo!
the remarkable,
Let's go!
the most established, the scholarly,
Woo!
the most scientific,
Talk that talk.
world renowned Dr. Inky.
Crowd goes crazy.
We in the
Hey.
building.
You know what I'm happy about right now? Let me tell you what I'm happy about right now. And this might reveal that my life could be at like a low point. But I'm happy right now. If for no other reason, I'm happy right now because these NBA finals are the lowest viewed NBA finals in history. And I just want to give it up. I just want to
What
give it
happened?
up. LeBron is not in it, and they got the script wrong. I'm not one of those guys that believes that I believe they got the script wrong this year. They try to gamble. They gamble. They said, "Listen, this is now or never. Let's gamble. Let's see if we can carry this thing with some new stars. We're gonna get rid of Steph. We're gonna get rid of Bron. We're gonna get rid of KD. We're gonna get rid of Giannis. Like we're gonna get rid of all of the guys that make people watch TV." And we're gonna go with Dudunt Jackson and Smith. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna see if we can put something together. And it is a floppington. So I just want to say shout out to the goofballs that put
It's
that program together.
it's flopping.
Oh yeah. Lowest finals views right now. I believe they're on track. The finals isn't over, so they haven't tallied up the numbers, but this is. Yeah, they're on track to have one of the lowest viewed finals, if not the lowest in history.
Wow.
Yeah. So we want to shout them out. Like even with Boston, Boston doesn't really have a star, but Boston is the last NBA franchise that's still a NBA franchise like it was when I was a child. Back when I was a child, and I was talking about this to one of the OG. I'm gonna be 50. I'm going on 50. I'm 48. I'm going on 50.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm talking about this with somebody that calls me young boy. You know what I'm saying? So he in
Mm.
his 60s. And I'm
Mm.
like, well, listen, I'm trying to school the old timer. I'm trying to school the old head. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen, the game is different. And he like, well, the game is different in a lot of ways. What you talking about? I said, well, specifically, the game is different in a way that the owners haven't caught up to yet. Because of social media now, fans follow players.
Mm.
When I was young, fans followed teams.
Right.
Like they would love you if you were on the team, but if you got traded, you was the op. They was
Right. You
booing
out.
you, burning, like they hated you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
now, that's not the case. If LeBron is on the Lakers, we with LeBron on the Lakers. If LeBron should happen to transfer to wherever, we we just get new outfit, new jerseys, new hat. We riding the bandwagon is now commonplace. That's what it is now. So the owners and they have to, outside of Boston, nobody really has that. In the Knicks maybe nobody really has that type of fan base that's going to carry, like a series with a bunch of no name guys. You know what I'm saying? But I know the fans have grown accustomed to blood sport here, and I know that I put forth my foot, I put forth the good foot, starting up the KeMedicine, show with you. I wanted to bring some high powered, nerdy, geeky science to the people, and I think we've been able to do that. But I think the large portion of the people, thanks to you, interrogating me repeatedly over and over again, and having me on the stand looking like holistic Woody up here to the point where I got to be like, I cannot recall. Like I think the fans have grown accustomed to that. So I guess maybe there's a part of me talking about the NBA just to delay, whatever pure maniacal, snitch on the family, like Sammy the Bull, like whatever program you got lined up for me.
We gonna go slow tonight. We gonna move through the content little by little. We're not gonna just jump right in. We gotta start with little by little.
Nah, I'm definitely not pulling the Sammy the Bull tonight, though. I'm definitely letting you know it's gonna be a Woody testimony. If I gotta take the stand, it's gonna be Woody tonight. It ain't gonna be Sammy the Bull. It ain't gonna be like, well, yeah, he helped me bury the body. No, him right there, he helped me. It's gonna be a whole lot of weight. Who did I say had the gun again? We're gonna turn the tables.
It's gonna get real. It's gonna get real out here. I'm gonna bring the first story up on the screen here. This comes from somebody by the name of Vega Star.
Wait a minute. Hold on now. I have to compliment you on this, HJ. So you're creating like, I don't know if these are co-defendants. But I'm just saying, like, I just want to highlight this moment in KeMedicine history where you're now naming accusers now. Like, so it's not like the Diddy trial where it's like anonymous, you know what I'm saying? Like now it's like, okay, so Cassie said, like, okay, I'm with you.
We got to give people credit, just in case you on their side, it might not go as bad. But this one caught my attention. Vegas Star said, they don't want you grounded because a grounded human is a powerful human. Imagine these sandals with infused copper coils, living earth, and crystals. And then they give, looks like a AI rendered sample of the sandals here. What do you think about these sandals? Don't we got to start marketing these?
First of all, Sir, Mr. Jesus, okay? I didn't like your tone right there when you said AI rendered, okay? I am an AI friendly, this is I'm an AI friendly person here, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna need you to cut that shit out too, by the way. We're gonna have to bring you up on charges, excessive use of the AI.
Yo, listen, I've been learning in the last 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, about all these, because I've been trying to get folks to draw me some stuff for the longest. I can't draw. People watch me on the whiteboard. My drawings look terrible. And I just found out that I could pay $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 to get me some pictures. I'm like, oh, it's getting ready to get crazy. But
here's what I'll say.
Let me say this.
Here's what I'll say. I need you to change the art style of your pictures.
Hey,
listen. I'm gonna give you some advice. Okay. Change from realistic images to either.
Oh yeah, no, I did that.
Okay.
I did that. Chase told me the same thing. He was like, Dad, where are you going with this, bro? Yeah. He pumped my brakes. He was like, Dad, come on, bro. Like, why, what are you doing right here? Like, this doesn't. I was like, oh, okay, so don't, like, not too much or never again. He was like, never. Yeah, I was like, okay, got you. Say less. I got you. Yeah, but I'm learning. Listen, I'm on like a 12-day learning curve right now. Like I'm in the boot camp.
All right. I just want to make sure we keep you inside the speed limit. Shout out to Graphics Guy Renee. If you ever need some professional graphics, Graphics Guy Renee is the in-house artist in Hotep there. Okay. And he's fast and he does the best work out here.
Hey, well, listen, let me say this. Shout out to him. And let me give a half a shout out to the what you said? What's this guy named Vegas Ninja?
Vegas Star.
Okay, yeah, let me give a half a shout out to Vegas Star. And it might go down from 50%, from a half a shout out to a 25% shout out, depending on, whether this is his product or not.
Okay.
If it's his product, 50% shout out.
Okay.
If he's a member of Hotepistan, 75% shout out.
He's not a member. Not a member.
Okay, so we're going to cap him at 50. Now, for the fraud, we're going to take away half of the half. It's the fraud is in the building. The fraud is in the building. The fraud is in the building. So, like it's definitely, we don't want to. So here's what's happening. And over the last 30 years, I've been able to you know what I'm saying? Like I can't even say like it's not like okay, so back in the days, right? Especially after the Central Park jogger situation,
Mm-hmm.
like the police thing in New York was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it
Mm.
was wild to hear a bunch of people like when they dropped that movie, about the Central Park Five and all that. When they dropped the movie, a lot of people on the internet was debating and going at it and saying all kind of stuff that they didn't really. I'm like, yo, I lived there during that time. We're not mad with Donald Trump for what he said. I was there. We all doubled down. The black community was with Trump. This is how we don't. Y'all are in a disconnected space. We didn't see it as this and that. We saw black folks that confessed with their parents to raping a lady, which we considered like we don't co-sign rape. So if the kids was purple, red, whatever, yeah, fry them, bro. What if that was your mom or your sister, your daughter, bro? Nah, fry them. No second chances. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Trump was just echoing what we were saying. Then when you add on to it the police brutality in the neighborhoods and the money messing up and just all of the domino effect that happened because of like nah, we was looking for them. Like, yo, who got the word on? Anybody got a line on where them yeah, where them do? Yeah, let's what building that yeah, we was looking, like that wasn't yeah, everybody was upset with that situation. Now to find out later that the parents dropped the ball, it's like, no, the parents should have been electric chaired or, like the parents, you know what I'm saying? Like, but so it was a tragedy to find out that it wasn't, like, but in the moment, nah, we was like off with their head. This is crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because it's confessions with their parents. Like it's,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm just saying,
You cooning now, Doc. You on the side of cooning now.
I know. I'm sure that there are people on the internet that didn't know anything about the Central Park Five. They didn't live through that. They're not from New York. They're not from the culture. They haven't been in handcuffs. They just watch police brutality on TV and on the internet, right? Like we lived it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We got scars and fights with police. Like we lived it. It's not the same as social media age. You typed it. We didn't type it. We lived it. You know what I'm saying? Like where police couldn't even come and police lived it. It's not like police was just whooping our ass. Like there was neighborhoods police couldn't go in because people would start throwing all kind of stuff out the windows and off the roofs. Like it was a different place before cameras was everywhere. This is the reason why cameras got put everywhere.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's a different time period. You know what I'm saying? We policed our own neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Because we couldn't rely on police. So it wasn't no, yo, defund the police. It was like they not even relevant to an extent. Like we're gonna handle our neighborhood anyway, regardless to whatever. And that's how we carried it. So
Mm.
I'm just saying there's a difference, you know what I'm saying, between living a thing and then like the online, like that kind of thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Decades later.
And there's a lot of people now that are getting conscious through the internet only.
Mm.
They're not going to libraries. They're not really committing to anything that they say they really believe in or practice.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you take all these chakra people, right? 99% of them never read the Upanishads. They never heard of it until they heard me say it. And then when they go look at the size and the price of the books, they're like, I'm good. I'm gonna get this 9.99 rainbow chakra thing right here. This tell me everything I need to know about shot. Like so they're not committed to that. They study Kemet on the surface level just enough so that they could keep up with different debate platforms and be, like they're not really into Kemet like that. You know what I'm saying? Like like that's why even like with Shaka, even when we was at odds, I was like, yo, everybody still has to have a certain level of respect for Shaka because at all odds, Shaka looked like my man had the side like I'm like, yo,
He's
you
living
gotta
it.
respect that dedication to the culture against all odds, like in a time period where everybody's faking. You know what I'm saying? Like, take a stance. Let people get mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Inky said he was down with Trump when he said kill the kid. So what? Inky said that's what Inky said. Shit, get mad. You know, like that's yeah. That's you're not going to agree with everything I say. I'm not going to agree with everything y'all say at home, right? But the difference is, I am bold enough to at least say what I'm going to say where you can see my face and say it on it, where a lot of people might just be typing from faceless icons,
Mm,
like, so they're not really committed.
okay.
Now, going back to my man,
Vegas star.
Vegas Ninja. Oh, Vegas Star. I don't know if Vegas Star. I don't feel like he could. Like Vegas Ninjas. We're gonna roll with Vegas Ninja, bro.
Okay, Vegas Ninja. There it is.
Yeah, Vegas Ninja,
He
bro.
got the
He's not from
fly copper.
Hotepistan. He's not from Hotepistan.
No.
So we're gonna pump his brakes right there. He don't have his passport is not stamped. So if his passport is not stamped, is this your window, your ceiling, like your amount of respectability is already like you didn't get your passport stamped, my guy. You an illegal alien. Over like, yo, you know what we doing, right? We rounded like, come on, bro, you in the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was the last 4 years you was Gucci. Like, this go round right here, you might, you want to get that passport stamped, champ. So here's what I'm saying, right? We teach screwing in. We've been teaching screwing in, our own little terminology for a long time because it goes along with the rest of the science, the body of work that we put together, right? So you screwing into the earth, and we liken it for an analogy so that it makes sense for everybody to screwing a light bulb into a socket.
Mm-hmm.
Very simple to get that analogy,
Mm-hmm.
right? The earth has an abundance of negative ions. You got the iron core doing its thing. You got the magnetosphere doing its thing. As a result, the atmosphere and the surface of the earth electrically lit. All you got to do is plug in, right? Screw
Okay.
yourself in like a light bulb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, once we add in the copper and the crystals and the sandals, it just went to chakra land. It just went to chakra land. And it's almost counterintuitive to what the person is saying.
Mm.
So, is there a science to going barefoot on the actual earth? And when I say on the actual earth, I was living on 173rd Street in the Bronx when I first got into this whole, like negative ion layer on the earth and woo woo woo. And I spent a whole year before it dawned on me. I spent a whole year walking barefoot in dirty New York parks for no apparent reason, just increasing my viral load for no apparent reason. Because it dawned on me. I said, wait a minute. New York has an underground subway system. What am I doing? There is no, I'm not screwing in right here. This isn't the earth.
Mm.
Yeah, this isn't the earth. There's a whole underground system. There's an underground in New York. New York is like what we see on the surface level is nothing. New York goes down many, many surfaces, many, many levels.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not, so screwing in has to be like, you have to know that you're really on the dirt and there's nothing beneath it, just earth,
Just Earth.
just earth. And definitely it's a huge boost to your lymphatic system, your fascia, which combine to quelch inflammation and
Do we have to
damage.
run to get the fascia improvement, or we can just walk on it or stand there? And like it's just
We could
standing
just
on.
you could just stand there. You
Wow.
could just stand there barefoot. Now, if you walk, or you run, you get some other benefits.
Right.
You're getting some other
But
benefits.
the
You're now
fascia
adding,
gets a boost just from standing on the.
yeah, just from standing on the earth, you get the negative ion flow. And so here's the thing that people don't really know that don't like. Now, listen, I have to say, folks, I have a new series of books.
Uh oh.
I have a book on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
Mm-hmm.
have a book on it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But we talk about the lymphatic system and the fascia in conjunction with one another because I realize a lot of people in the holistic space, because they're doing a lot of surface level studying, they're not really getting into the anatomy. So many people don't know that the lymphatic system and the fascia is really like one big system.
Okay.
So we speak like lymphatic system, fascia. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't even know what the fascia, but we lymphatics, but really the lymphatic system is interwoven throughout the fascia.
Mm.
So it's one system. You know what I'm saying? Really. You know what I'm saying? But we suffer from trying to overlay the Western ideas onto holistic paradigms, right? So holistic paradigm is the integration of the systems, but we still stuck because we haven't really created our own terminology yet with using the Western terminology, which is still everything immune
Separate.
system, lymphatic system,
Mm.
digestive system. Like, so we really don't really speak in a connected way about the body, but there is no such way that the lymphatic system could benefit from anything without the fascia or fascia benefiting as well, and vice versa. There's no way that your fascia can benefit from anything without your lymphatic system also benefiting as well at the same time. So
Mm.
yeah,
Mm.
they're interwoven together.
So what's happening with these negative ions coming from the earth? They charging you up?
So your body loves negative ions.
Okay.
Your body loves negative. In fact, your body is like a large system of basically getting rid of positive ions. So your urine, like your urine is almost 100% positive ions.
Mm.
Your sweat, your breath, like almost every method of excretion your body has,
Mm-hmm.
it's getting rid of positive ions.
Hmm.
So that's like a fundamental aspect of. So there's a gentleman that discovered something, and then I came along years later and corrected it, but he found something and I added on, and so this was kind of like the start of where we at right now. So maybe about 100 years ago, a guy comes along and discovers a problem with metabolism. The problem with metabolism is he realizes that the body has about 15 to 30% of a daily energy demand that's not accounted for. Period. It's not accounted for. It's like a phantom, meaning science could not and cannot figure out where this extra energy comes from that your body uses every day. And the body's tissues were classified into two sets of tissue. Um, Tissue that does not have a high energy demand, like fat, and then tissue with a high energy demand. So we came with a whole nother approach and a whole nother theory. And this was like one of my original articles that kind of sparked this whole thing, this run we've been on the last maybe 8 years now, is electromagnetic tissue. So I came with the concept that there's a third type of tissue in the body. There's tissue that produces more energy than it actually uses, right? So there's not just tissue that doesn't really, use energy, or low energy tissue and then high consumption. There's actually there's entropy, there's entropy being, there's abundance, there's tissue that produces energy in abundance more than it can, more than it can utilize. And obviously that's speaking to, the different chains of pigment that we have with hemoglobin and myoglobin and, melanin and some of these other, but the core of that concept starts with the process of water, right? So a lot of people get caught on, again, surface level. They hear, oh, yeah, the structured water and the gel, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. But that's not the dopest part to structured water. The dopest part to structured water is the process that water takes from going from regular water to a thicker type of water. It's the process that's the Joel Embiid, trust the price. The process that's the flyest part.
Mm.
Because during the structuring process, you have pooled basically the water molecules separate by charge. Electrons, protons, right? So positive ions. We still on positive ion conversation, just in case. So the core of our cell formation is based on water's ability to disassociate itself, based on sound, based on light, based on movement, right? Just swirling, just vortexing water, spinning water causes the water molecules to dissociate. Now, when you have certain surfaces or light, it creates a standing disassociation because normally, like flowing water, disassociates, reassociates, disassociates. When you have certain conditions, you have sustained separation, right? And so the electrons are called coherent domains
Mm-hmm.
for a variety of reasons. A, because these electrons, these subatomic particles, demonstrate in clinical settings, in laboratories, intelligence. They demonstrate organization, flow, like yeah, it's a different. So coherent doesn't only mean electron, like it means there's order and intelligence to the way these things move. It's not chaotic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I discovered was that melanin was able to harness these free electrons, transfer them to NAD, and that's a whole another energy source.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in some spaces, the protons are used, but the protons have, like is more abundant protons than we have use for them, right? The primary, like the main thing protons are used for is to drive the ATP wheel, the FO motor. The FO, so cytochrome 5, the ATPase, it's like a tree, and the roots of that tree is the motor that turns like this, and it's protons that actually turn it. So because we hear electron transport chain so many times, we believe it's electrons that's actually recycling the ATP, but it's not. The electrons are just moving the protons, and the protons is actually what recycles the ATP,
Okay.
right? But anyway, without getting deep into that, I'm just saying the very nature of cell formation is based on charge separation. And all of our body's excretion systems are set up to constantly get rid of the positive charge, right? Now, if we want to categorize the positive charge, even though it doesn't fully fit into this category, we can use these terms. We can go acid. We can go pool of protons, acid, or we can go pool of protons, catabolic. Like we can put these terms there and then to make it maybe simplify for some people, like, oh, that's proton donator, acid. Got it. So we want to get rid of, right? Okay. So that may make sense for some folks. But the problem with that, like I said, is that our body does use them for things like the mitochondria. So, but yeah, our body is largely, it it loves electrons and negative ions, negatively charged, and then one of the reasons why, like I'm waving around the electrogenesis Bible. Like literally, I had to create a Bible for the new anatomy, right? For the new anatomy.
Mm.
Something that we've been working on for the past few years is because of questions like this. If we don't go a step past the surface level research where we say, oh yeah, the body's electric, and then we turn around and say, I'm about to burn some calories, or I'm about to burn some fat. Like if we don't get past that conundrum where we begin to really dig in and study the information, like a lot of this stuff is not going to make sense. Because if we don't realize that the cell is electric, and just like all other electronic stuff, it needs a flow of electricity. Like,
Mm-hmm.
then we not like once we get that, like stuff simplifies. Because I could go into jargon, and for the most people listening, it's gonna sound like gobbledy, like boom, 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 boom. But then if you just go, well, your laptop needs to be charged.
Mm-hmm.
It, boom. You just don't know that the design for all these technologies comes from. So we got to. I have a saying. I have a bunch of sayings, but one in specific. Inhalation is inspiration because God is in electromagnetic radiation, right? So if we just get the fact that the word inspiration means to breathe in, but it also means to come with new ideas, we'll understand how all of the technology in the world stuff has been built on blueprints that already exist inside the body. So when we go on the internet and we see viral memes where they might be comparing, the liver or this or that to car parts, and people are like, oh, yo, this is crazy because the alternator's this and da da da. Or, yo, the computer is designed like the brain and blah, blah, blah. Like, if we get the process of inspiration, we'll see how these things materialize in our minds from the blueprint that we carry for us to create these things. The microchip, the semiconductor, all of these are things that our body uses regularly. So before they're in the computer, they're in your body. The computer doesn't exist without our body. And then before they're in the computer, the middle space is the ancient temple complexes, and then after you get the ancient temple complexes, then you go further east and you get the concept of feng shui, where they 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 figured it out even a little bit, like they fleshed it out a little bit more. They was like, wait a minute, so these temple complexes is built in a certain way for energy to move through them a certain way. Okay, we need to take that to the crib, so to speak. Like we need to, yeah, why are just big temples that nobody can, like, why, nah, we should have our whole cribs designed for the energy to move through them a certain type of way. And that architecture is what becomes computer architecture, because the only thing that computer architecture is channeling photons and electrons, and that's literally how our body's designed,
Mm.
to channel photons, electrons, like subatomic particles. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for us to get when you say it, like our body's designed on subatomic particles, because if you know subatomic particles are not matter, then it's like, wait a minute, this. Are you sure this guy with the gold teeth know what he talking about? You know what I'm saying? But this is what, like all these mitochondria folks, like, yo, we hacking mitochondria and mitochondrial main, like mitochondria runs on subatomic particles. So if you agree or understand that mitochondria power your cell, then what you're saying is that the conversion of subatomic particles into light is what your cells run on. So it's, like that's, but that's, yeah, but that's, so that's a real thing.
Okay.
Basically, let me just stop right there. That's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? To connecting with the earth, harnessing those negative ions, that's a real thing. The moment where we get into the chakra lingo and we start adding copper and crystals into our sandals, we went. That's why I said we're gonna take away certain percentage of Victorious Ninja's credit immediately, right? Because if that's not even your sandal and you're doing a fraudulent plug for somebody else's product, like, bruh. What are we doing? like if it was your product, then I can halfway respect it. Like, okay, I see you. I see you. You could be, you could be selling crack somewhere. You could be selling fentanyl, but you selling sandals. So I'm gonna respect it a little bit. But yeah, that's somebody else's sandals. I can't really rock with it.
I think it's
So
just a
yeah.
prototype. I think it's just the AI generated prototype here. But let's go to the next story.
Okay.
Apple cider vinegar is the most overlooked hack for weight loss. It melts belly fat, stabilizes blood sugar, and rewires hunger hormones. Even celebs like David and Victoria Beckham praise it for keeping them shredded in their 50s. Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Drink that, right?
So that's a fraudulent claim. Who did you say? David Beckham and who else?
Dave and his wife, Victoria.
Yeah, so that's fraudulent claim. Bro, that's super fraud. You know what I'm saying? At the highest level. That's super fraud. Isn't David Beckham the soccer player?
Yeah.
Right. So this is how I can't even say it no other way. This is how dumb people are. Like, isn't he a decorated soccer player? Like, isn't he like a Steph Curry or a KD or like a Giannis in that universe? Isn't he like one of the, I ain't gonna say the GOAT, because there's some guys whose name I can't pronounce that's at that level. I just got into soccer because I'm watching Ryan Reynolds with Welcome to Wrexham. So I'm getting deep into my soccer lingo, courtesy of Ryan Reynolds, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's one of the he was like a consistent all-star high-level soccer player, international
Which means he would know how to burn fat.
No. No, 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 no. First of all, we're gonna stop using those damn to hell terminologies. So it's not burn fat. We don't burn fat. We convert fat into electricity and then light. We're gonna put it where it needs to be. We're gonna acknowledge that the cells are filled with filaments, and filaments convert electricity into light. So we're gonna stick with the actual science instead of the play.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, you told me that Hotepistan is filled with people that exercise and work out.
Yep.
Okay. So how is it possible that we're going to deny David Beckham's what? How old is he? 50?
Something 60? Like that. Yeah, he's right in his mid 50s, something like that.
Okay, so let's say he's 55. Let's put him right there, mid 50s. And what, he retired 10 years ago?
Roughly.
Okay, so let's say he was playing soccer for 40 years.
Yeah.
Soccer is one of the most cardio extensive sports known to man.
Right.
And he was at the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to deny the fact that he was running 20 to 50 miles a day for 40 years. And we're going to credit his ability to convert fat to apple cider vinegar. See how we just did that? We just totally overlooked, like Will Smith pulled out the neuralizer on us. We just totally forgot this man been running 30 miles a day.
But Victoria's not. And Victoria,
are you insane? Are you what?
Victoria's his wife.
Beckham, hold on. So you think David Beckham got a donut lady? Come on now.
Well, she got to stay sexy, so that's why she's drinking the apple cider vinegar.
No. She got trainers, nutritionists. Come on now.
And the nutritionist told her, she probably told her, get the.
No, sir.
Why can't drink the apple cider vinegar?
Apple cider vinegar, like all vinegar, is poisonous. Okay, so let's just cut the chase. It's poisonous. Now, I know there's going to be people, first of all, because people live in crazy land. So it's a lot of us that's going crazy. And this is why I be having these problems, because people be losing their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Right? For instance, I'll give you a whole group of them. Every single person that says they follow Dr. Sebi,
mm-hmm.
Bro, I basically had to just run through thousands of people with my arms like this, just clotheslining everybody. Like I just had to just clothesline everybody. Like, I'm just clotheslining babies. I'm clotheslining babies hard to the ground, to the neck, grandmas, like wives, men, women, children, everybody, just clotheslining everybody.
Damn.
You cannot say you follow Dr. Sebi program and it's like a Muslim saying he doing chakras. Like you cannot say you follow Dr. Sebi program and you're doing apple cider vinegar.
Because he said alkaline.
Apple cider vinegar is one of the most acidic substances you could consume and put in your body.
Mm.
And it does not have health benefits. I don't even know, like, this is a marketing campaign that went crazy because the Braggs, first of all, it's Braggs that started this whole marketing scam, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Braggs done invaded everywhere with toxic foolishness.
Mm.
They done made trillions of dollars off two products, apple cider vinegar and liquid amino acids.
Mm.
Okay. And I don't know how they did it because there's two senior citizen white folks on the bottle label. They look like 70 years old when they started the business. They all wrinkly and like, so I'm asking people, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Before we even get to any science, I mean, usually the product, the label of the product is like do like this. Like, so what am are we trying to emulate senior citizens? Like, what are we? I'm like, are you trying to age faster with that product right there? Is that what are you trying to do with that right there? Because that's not what you think it is,
Right.
right? That's not what you think it is. First of all, liquid amino acids is like MSG in a bottle. Like literally, it's MSG in a bottle. So like we could just leave that right there. So and a whole bunch of vegans, they like to fraudulently, douse the food with that because they don't really know how to cook, and they don't know why Bragg's liquid amino acids makes everything taste good.
Mm.
Duh. That's what MSG does. It fools the brain. That's why big companies like to put it in the food because it makes you think everything tastes fresh and good. So you've got the pack. Oh, this is Bragg's liquid. And because you already trusted Bragg's from apple cider vinegar, you thought that, oh yeah, they sell this too. Oh yeah, this is good right here. We're gonna get no. So all you gotta do first of all is look up acetic acid. Acetic acid, an absolute no-go. It's an absolute no-go. It's an absolute no-go. Vinegar is basically acetic acid cut with water. Like it's just yeah, you can pull that up. Acetic acid plus water equals vinegar. Like that's pretty much like the rough formula of vinegar. It's acetic acid and what's watered down acetic acid. Like it's a no-go. Right? That's number one. Right? Um,
Mm.
it flushes out your body's ions. Right?
Mm.
Now, again, going back to my point, right? Going back to the Bible of electrogenesis, right? Because we don't really understand our anatomy, we'll just go ahead and drink some apple cider vinegar, even though it's flushing the ion. So here's what flushing the ion means for people that don't know. It's literally making you urinate out your life force.
Mm.
So instead of your body continuously flushing those positive ions, where you're going to get the ones that actually produce electricity, like electrolytes, you're going to flush those,
Mm.
particularly potassium. So you'll be flushing potassium by and people go on apple cider vinegar for long term. You know what I'm saying? Like long
Daily.
term. Like yeah, that's insane. So then you have the fact that it changes the pH in your digestive system. So I have a book called Rich Abs, Poor Abs, right? Rich Abs, Poor Abs. One of the things we talk about is the population of cells that is in your digestive system, right? And two of the important things about this population of cells, A, is how they work with your microbiome to produce GLP-1. So you're not supposed to be getting GLP-1 necessarily from a synthetic drug, hint, hint, wink, wink, Ozempic, right? The same way you're not supposed to be getting vinegar from a bottle. Your body produces these things in the right amounts that you need them when healthy.
Mm.
So in the book Rich Abs, Poor Abs, we break down the idea of what rich abs is versus poor abs. Because a lot of people think that rich abs is basically having a tight six pack, and poor abs is basically having a fat stomach. And biochemically, that's not a fact. Rich abs biochemically is a digestive system that produces all of the nutrients and natural chemicals that it needs to run well on its own. GLP-1 being that, and vinegar being a derivative of short chain fatty acids is another one. But when you strip the stomach with the vinegar, the synthetic stuff from the bottle, it knocks out the bacteria that would convert your fiber into like it's counterproductive. It's counterproductive. So you want to not do that, right? You want to not do that and not look at career long, lifelong athletes and credit their lifelong built metabolism, their lifelong built metabolism from running 30 plus miles a day for 40 years to drinking vinegar or any other snake oil, right? Then we want to go, it's summertime. It's summertime. What happens in the summertime? A lot of folks are dealing with allergies. Most allergies are histamine based to the point where most popular allergy stuff they sell in the stores is antihistamines. Well, your apple cider vinegar is going to be on the prohistamine side, which means that it's going to boost allergies or make unseen allergies come alive. Allergies you didn't even know, because some people that don't think they have allergies, they do have allergies, but the reaction is so minimal that they never even noticed that they had allergies. If you get you a nice little amplifier like some apple cider vinegar, you could be led to believe that these new allergic reactions you're having is a detox factor. Like, oh no, no, no. Keep drinking it because that means it's working. Like, oh yeah, you got the you broke out from yeah. Nah, that's good. That's the toxins coming out. That's just keep on drinking it. Like, nah. Hold on. That's not the toxins coming out. That's a sign that I probably should put this down a little bit. Yeah, this isn't good. Right.
Shout out Markel. Shout out Dr. Feels Good.
And then
Um,
wait, there's another one. Oh, we can't stop here because Hotepistan is filled with folks working out. Apple cider vinegar limits your body's ability to utilize amino acids and proteins. It limits, it reduces. So let's say, for instance, you eat 100 grams of protein. Normally, your body, based on, you and the type of protein you consume and all that, let's say your body would normally get about 70% of that. So you consumed 100 grams, your body actually used about 70 grams. Well, start taking apple cider vinegar. That's going to drop down to about 50 or 40%. Yeah, so we can go ahead and put apple cider vinegar to rest, and all these other flimsy overnight, microwave fixes to people not putting in the work. Like, you got to study your body. You got to change what you eat. You got to drink more water. You got to pray. Like, you can't, it's no shortcut. All of these shortcuts is fraudulent. It's just no way around it. Now, my mom's be having some nose issues sometimes. So I
she
told my mom's,
snort she snorted the vinegar.
she did, and it helped clean up her sinuses.
Mm.
Yeah. But it was only a temporary fix. It didn't like change her sinuses forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But where she sounded crazy and she could barely talk on the phone, I told her, I said, yo, go get you some apple cider vinegar real quick and snort it up your nose. And she thought I was crazy and she did it. And then she, like 5 minutes later, she was like, okay, how did that work? I was like, because apple cider vinegar is like a antibacterial, so whatever's in there, it's going to kill everything. Now, the problem with that is when you're drinking that, it's doing that in your gut.
And
So
you
it's
got
killing the good stuff as well as the bad stuff.
right.
So that's how it changes the pH dynamic and the balance in your microbiome. So it's not good for like, anything more than maybe like a on the spot. Like you wouldn't like consume peroxide daily. Like that would
Right.
sound like apple cider vinegar is like a peroxide or like an alcohol. Like if you get a cut, you pour a little bit on, like you know what I'm saying? Like a on the spot kind of, but outside that, oh, I'm gonna lose fat. I'm gonna lose 100 pounds of apple cider. Like, stop that, bro. That's crazy. We live in the age where people are getting bags for promoting stuff. David Beckham he stopped playing soccer. He got to support that lady somehow. He come on now. Yeah, y'all bugging right now. He got a little bag for that vinegar drop. Like, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So no. Yeah, normally I just eat donuts and potato chips every day for the last 60 years. And if it wasn't for apple cider vinegar, like,
You know what I use it for? To wash my hair.
it's great for that.
Yeah.
It's great for that. But that is because of the acidic nature,
Mm-hmm.
right? Back in Kemet, they did the fresh squeezed lemons in the scalp.
Mm.
Yeah. When they came out with the Kangen machine, they was like, yo, the water that you're not supposed to drink, use that to wash your face and hair. Like it's well known that, like acids, even some people like urinate, they use urine to clean themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't co-sign. But scientifically, it aligns, you know what I'm saying, the positive ions, yeah.
Let's go to the next story. This one here makes some.
Man, hold on. Man, do we get to adjourn? Like the jury get to adjourn? Do I get to step down off the witness stand? Like,
We got two more in the hopper.
oh,
This next
well,
claim is the one.
can I at least pick one? Like what we got on there?
We
What
got to
should we?
go to the sound one next.
Okay.
You got that video? We're going to play it for the people now.
Sound one?
Yeah, I think it's, let me see. I'm going to tell you which one it is.
Okay, hold on. Now I'm gonna say this before you play it.
The second one. The second one I sent you.
I'm heavy into cymatics.
Okay.
I'm heavy into cymatics. So, oh wait, this guy is not that attractive.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Stop listening to Spotify and Apple Music. The radio, Spotify, Apple Music is all tuned to 440 hertz. 440 hertz shuts off the right side of your brain, which is your feminine side, to do with creativity, intuition, imagination, visualization. This traps you inside of your left side of the brain, which is to do with logical, facts, strategy, science, and memory. John D. Rockefeller, I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers. This is why he changed it from 432 hertz to 440 hertz, which shuts off the right side of the brain, to keep you in your lowest state of consciousness, to keep you thinking logically, not critically. This is exactly why he created the educational board, which all countries go by. Education makes you think in the left side of the brain.
You ain't gotta play that whole video. You can stop that.
He was going off. He was snapping.
No, he wasn't. That's that young Pharaoh. That's them viral clips too. That right there do 1 million views right there. That'll go right there. Because he's saying some things that are true mixed in with the gobbledygook. Right? So yes, it is true that they changed the 432 to 440, woo woo woo. But it has to do with population. There's a lot of nuggets in there that are true.
Okay.
Right. But here's where the problem comes in. Once he goes the right side and the left side of the brain, the female side of the brain versus the male side, like, come on, bro. That's dinosaur age information. That's not science, bro. That's not neurochemistry. That's where I come in. Like, that's literally me jumping off the top rope, elbowing these guys in the top of the head. Like, come on, bro. We gotta stop. Now listen, I'm not a part of the black militant, like I rock with everybody. I rock with everybody, but I have pride. And I mean, just come on, black folks. Like, we got to stop presenting ourselves in public. Come on, man. The reading scores in school are bad enough. Like, the math scores are crazy across the country. Like, people going on the internet thinking they smart, and then even worse, people commenting on this stuff like, yo, this is crazy. This is the psyop space, like the data collected from these social media networks is it just we look so stupid out there. Like, come on, man. Y'all don't realize. I keep trying to tell people, y'all do realize that all social media networks are essentially time capsules for our children in the future.
Yeah.
And y'all don't realize that our children have to answer for everything that we post.
Mm.
Because once we're gone, they don't have us to explain these posts.
Right.
It's just the post. And the posts are going to be living as our living representation of who we were when we were alive.
Mm.
And saying that, oh yeah, there's the female side of the brain versus the male side of the brain because the female side of the brain is responsible for music and creativity and blah blah blah, and the male side is responsible for logic and basically not being creative and being done. So it's almost that same old rape, like that old black woman is God philosophy that got polite nature boy in jail. Like, all that's attached to that foolishness. Like, come on, bro. There's a female side of the brain and there's a male side, and the female side is responsible for all the goodness in the world. Like, come on, man. We that's just foolishness, bro. Now, if you want to get into the history, you know, look up, RCA. Look up the founding, you got to start with radio technology. Like, we 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 have a couple of books. We have a couple of books on the subject. If people want to really dig into it seriously, you know, from Kemet to Jet Propulsion Laboratory and what they're really doing with those antennas, and who he really was associated with Aleister Crowley and what they were doing behind the scenes, and how they created the whole, like, there's, like, if you really want to get into that conversation, there's a real space where we could deal with real facts on that, and radio waves and how they bounce off the atmosphere and back down to the people. And like, there's a whole space for the reason why radio is highly colonized, and they changed the frequencies and made them unnatural. And there's your spine, we could start right there. Your spine is a FM radio antenna. See, if y'all are reading the Dr. Inky books, y'all will be hip to this. But if y'all not reading the books, y'all having gobbledygook conversation. Oh, he changed the radio frequency because the chakras in the brain. And no, 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 no. You don't even know that your spine is a FM radio wave antenna. So your spine picks up FM radio waves, converts them into signals through the entorhinal cortex, that like, so there's a whole pathway. Anyway, it affects your biochemistry and your neurochemistry in a very profound way. We'll just say that, what I'm saying? But it's not gobbledygook with half your brain is male and female, and art lives on art lives over here. Music lives over here. Like, come on, man. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
that's
what
set.
happened with the 440, 432 hertz? What they zapping our minds with something, right?
Well, yeah, they're zapping our minds with a lot. They're zapping our minds with a lot. But the thing is we don't realize that our minds are being zapped, because the things that they're zapping our minds with, we believe that we're coming up with these things like aliens. Like, that's a big part of what Jet Propulsion Laboratories and Aleister Crowley was doing. And that's the whole hidden secrets behind, the Russian, Chinese, and American, like, space companies. Think about it. We haven't been to the moon or anywhere 60 years.
Right.
Right. So what are we doing with the equipment? What are they doing with $1 trillion budget every year? Like, what are they doing? What are
Mark.
they doing with those big antennas? Where are they sending the signals? Like, come on, bro. We believe that they're really sending signals to planets that they don't get. Come on, bro. This like we got to knock off the craziness. No, they're using those things to broadcast signals right here in our atmosphere. It's just we don't understand. Like even going back to the negative ion conversation, that's about the relationship of Earth's iron core to Earth's bubble that we live in. We live in a magnetosphere. We live in a magnetic plasma bubble sustained by the iron core and the ejaculations we get from the god men, Atum, I mean, the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the two of them together, Geb and, Atum, or the Earth's core and the sun, like they create this plasma bubble we live in. And so, yeah, we have our own whole wave guide of radio waves that permeate this planet that we grew up in and we developed in and we use for sustenance, just like grass or fruits, vegetables, or anything else. We use our electromagnetic environment. But that's not a part of that's like black ops anatomy, esoteric anatomy. That's stuff that was, that it's not taught, but
So it says here the difference between 432 hertz and 440 hertz. It says is a subtle yet noticeable difference in pitch, with 432 hertz being slightly lower than 440 hertz. 440 hertz is the standard for tuning for A4, the note A above middle C in Western
Forget
music.
about that. Forget about that. Just type in for the people one time for the one time. Type in human spine as a FM radio antenna.
All right, let me read this last sentence. It says, while 432 hertz is an alternative tuning that some believe offers benefits such as enhanced relaxation and focus. So some sort of belief there. Spine as what? FM?
FM radio antenna.
Is the antenna at the back? Oh, let me go to AI mode.
You said go to AI mode.
Yeah, we gotta go to AI mode. All right, the human spine as a FM radio antenna. Google's got AI mode now.
Yeah.
A fascinating area of research explores the possibility of the human spinal cord acting as a natural antenna for electromagnetic fields, EMF, particularly in the FM radio range.
Yeah. See that right there? That's the rabbit hole to go down. That's the rabbit hole to go down. Not is creativity in the right brain and the left brain and relaxation and chakras and all that. Like that's the art of misdirection. That's how they funnel people away from the truth. Like they realize certain key searches will lead you down certain rabbit. So there are funnels to get you. Oh, 440, 432. Yeah, it's gonna take like 2 or 3 clicks, and you add chakras. They already know they neutralized you. They got you. 2, 3 clicks, and you add chakras. There's nothing over there. That's the right direction to go in. Like, wait a minute, my spine is a FM radio wave antenna. Let's tap into that. Yeah, let's get
so
into
forget this Spotify stuff. We need to worry about the radio waves.
Yeah. Spotify. Like come on, that's more Drake and Kendrick left over. Like, what are we talking about? Drake is gonna get the contracts. We'll find out about Spotify in a few weeks. We'll get this thing all sorted out, man. We can relax off Universal and Spotify for a minute, man. We'll figure that all out.
So the Hot 97, 105.1, they killing us.
I mean, maybe if we listening. But it's deeper than that, though. We don't have to listen to the radio for the effect because the radio waves permeate the atmosphere and our spine picks them up. So it's not about whether we listen to the radio or not.
The waves
This is
are
what
there.
I'm trying to get you to. Your spine, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is receiving and translating FM radio waves. Yeah, this is happening 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So So changing the type of radio waves in the sky definitely changes the capacity of one's brain to even like this is why we have parts of our brain that's not active. And it has nothing to do with the old, you're only using 10% of your brain. Like, no, 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 no. There are literally parts of our brain that's atrophying, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't use it. So, yeah.
The antenna parts of our brain.
Well, not just that, but just, lots of regular things that we could use that are, like, will and the drive for will and,
They zapping that.
oh, that's the main thing they zapping. That's the main thing that gets you to be docile. Folks like, oh, no, they put fluoride on my pineal. Like, no, 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 no. You gotta relax, bro. You gotta relax, man. They put fluoride on everybody's pineal, man. Stop it. People are still ambitious out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? But no, no, there's some science if people dig around. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So it was fluoride okay in our toothpaste?
So okay being the operative term, like, like okay is like a really
It's
one of those
nothing to be
words.
concerned with. Nothing. We shouldn't be concerned if we have fluoride in our toothpaste.
Well, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say about fluoride in your toothpaste, right? A, you have bigger fish to fry,
Okay.
right? Because, like, for instance, when I first found out about fluoride in the toothpaste, right, and the whole pineal gland and all this, I was a young buck with this, right? So this is in my teenage years. Like, I was raised on all of this information, so I got a different perspective as opposed to people who might have just got conscious 3 to 5 years ago on YouTube, right? So we're smoking blunts and drinking 40-ounce beers. We're smoking blunts, White Owls, and like drinking 40, like St. Ives, Old English 800.
Backwards.
No backwards. This is before backwards became a thing.
Oh, before backwards. Okay.
Yeah. This is Redman was promoting Philly Blunt, so that was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Cheech and Chong, then that was my mom's and them group, and then we came up on Redman, like how to roll a blunt. That's how to roll a blunt. Like yeah, that's how Redman blew up. He promoted drug use to the kids. Like this is how people don't pay attention to how stars are made, and it's like yeah, you kill the children. Like we celebrate Eminem. Yo, Eminem is ill. No. Eminem became a star because he promoted taking pills to the kids. That's how that's how we become celebrities. But so we're drinking 40-ounce beers and smoking like White Owls and Philly blunts, and we're like, yo, it's fluoride is in the water, it's killing us, bro. Like, yo, we gotta, it's a conspiracy. The government is trying to. Somehow God saved me. God allowed me to have like a mirror so I could look at myself and go, wait a minute. Am I worried about the fluoride in the water as I'm drinking the Old English? Yeah. Am I one of the people like this? You got viewers that are watching this right now that are online. They're debating about genetically modified foods.
Yeah.
But they smoke weed.
Well, the weed better for you than the genetically modified foods.
Bro, all weed is genetically modified. These people are insane. They're smoking genetically. Listen, it went from reefer. Back in my mom's day, they had reefer. Then in my day, they had like the skunk and the chocolate.
Yeah.
But didn't matter whether you got green or brown, your weed still came with sticks and seeds.
Yeah.
Then they went to the experimentary phase, which was hydro.
Yeah.
Hydro is the first stage where they start to growing it in water and experimenting.
Hydroponics.
With hydroponics, code word. We've turned this into a testing ground.
Okay.
So now we're getting rid of all land race, which is the original types of cannabis called land race. We're killing those plants off. And now it's going to be about genetically modified cannabis plants. So all of these weeds that people listen to is genetically modified. So you smoke genetically modified weed, which goes directly to your bloodstream, right from your lungs straight to your bloodstream, and then you worried about is the green peas or the bread. Like I'm like, what are we doing right now? Like this is just we like, come on, man. We gotta be so here's the thing. If you can afford to consistently get you a fluoride-free toothpaste,
Yeah.
attaboy. Attaboy. But there's a lot of other things that we probably got going on that we need to straighten out before we worry about the fluoride in the
Well, what
toothpaste.
about the kids? The kids ain't smoking no weed and doing drugs, you know. So should we keep the
Bro,
fluoride out?
the kids are on Happy Meals. They're on Pop Tarts. They're on Gatorade. Gatorade is like one of the most toxic substances of all times. Why do you think RFK is on their bumper? Gatorade is one of the companies that RFK is
I'm on
like
your
they like the
bumper.
Cowboys and Indians, Bloods and Crips. Like all of the Gatorades are loaded with everything he wants to ban. Yellow number 5, blue number 4, like all of those. That's literally the whole Gatorade Powerade. Like, and they trick you into drinking them by splashing some electrolytes in there. Like, yeah, we're gonna give you some magnesium, and we're gonna give you these 7 other things that destroy your DNA and make sure your kids have tumors. But listen, you're gonna be powered up tonight. Like, come on now. It's the trade-offs are insane out here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying the surface level research is the problem because we're not really interested in incorporating this stuff into our lives. We just want to say slick sounding stuff on the internet. We just want to have viral, commentary on viral videos. Like it's not like we really care about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like otherwise there's a lot more to figure out with fluoride, or than like there's a lot more to worry about than fluoride in your toothpaste. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Like people get meat from the supermarket.
Right.
Stop it, bro. Stop it. If you get meat from the supermarket, just go ahead and drink tap water and get fluoride in your toothpaste. Yeah. All meat from the supermarket has rat shit in it.
Rat shit.
Rat shit. Yeah. So like if you go get ground beef, ground turkey, or chicken and all that, it has rat feces. The poop that comes out of a rat's butt is in the meat. And it's regulated that it's okay as long as it's only 5 to 6 droppings per X amount of weight of meat. That's
It's
legal.
harmless.
Right. So, like, bro,
A little bit of shit ain't gonna hurt you.
people eating rat shit. They worried about fluoride in the toothpaste. Like, I'm just like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we like? Where we like? We gotta, like, come on, man. You're eating rat shit, and you worried about is the fluoride in the toothpaste. Like, come on, man. That's not like we gotta relax, bro. You smoking Newports. Oh, it's fluoride in the, like, what are we doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
Newport.
drink tap water. Then you drink soda. Soda is nothing but tap water with chemicals in it. Gatorade, Powerade, Minute Maid, Tropicana, all these things is tap water with sugar and chemicals in it. So you're fooling yourself, wasting money on expensive bottled water when you're buying disguised tap water all the time. These people
Well,
think they making Pepsi out of spring water. These people are insane. Like we gotta focus on the real. Like we gotta get off of the fake, bro.
so let's talk about drugs really fast.
Oh my God.
We got 3 options. We got Newports, we got nicotine pouches, and chewing tobacco. Which option is better?
I don't even understand that question, bro. That sound like, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. When we was in elementary school, we used to have this game where we used to ask each other crazy questions like, yo, what if you was trapped in the closet with 7 big cock diesel gay rapists and outside the closet was a nuclear bomb strapped to go off as soon as you open the closet door? What would you do? Stay in the closet and try to beat them off? Or would you bro, there's no way to answer that question, bro. Come on, man. A, you kill yourself in 72 hours. B, you kill yourself in 48 hours. Or C, Die slowly and die over the course of 7 days. Like, what are we doing? Like, that's crazy.
So which one's gonna help us die slower?
Go to Amazon now and pick up your copy of Codex of the Living Current. It could save your life. Yeah, we wanna not do those things.
All right,
Like we want to not do those things. And this is coming from somebody that was a chain smoker. Yeah, when I was in high school, I used to smoke like 2, 3 cigarettes back to back.
Damn.
It was name brand cigarettes like Newports. I do 2. I light up a cigarette with a cigarette. But if it was like GPC, like times was hard, it was GPC. I could do 3 or 4 cigarettes.
Damn.
So I'm not. When I speak of health, it's primarily from my journey that I've learned everything. So it's not just what I read in books. Like sometimes if I get deep into the science, it might sound like I'm reading a lot or doing a lot of Google. Like, no, but this is life experience. It's research to change me. Then people saw me change me and wanted me to help them change them. And then it kind of spread from there. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't watch. I created this thing. So I didn't have a Dr. Inky to watch and be like, "Ooh, I want to be like that." The holistic health guys before me was like weird. They was wearing dashikis and sandals, and there's no hip hop holistic healer / trainer / I'm the one of one. All these guys are students. They're sons of. I gave birth to this whole new genre of like cool vegan push up doing, pull up doing, plant eating, science talking guy. Like that's not you don't have you can't remember ever seeing Dr. Africa or Dr. Sabi do 20 push-ups. Like there's no video footage of Dr. Sabi doing a pull-up. Like that does not exist. You know what I'm saying? Like so I initiate like so yeah, I didn't have the ability to see somebody and go, "Oh, I want to do that." No, God led me in this direction, one little step at a time, and then we're here. So I was a fat guy. I drank beer, malt liquor. I smoked cigarettes. Like I'm telling people things from experience on top of study and science and certifications. Like for me. A lot of people, we're in the age of credentials. I think the most important credential you can have is experience. I was talking
Right.
about this the other day on my channel, like, showing some clips anyway, highlighting the conversation, but I think it's important that we understand that if you have a personal trainer that's never been fat before, he's going to be less effective. Like you don't want a personal trainer that's fat currently, but you do, if you're trying to lose weight, want a personal trainer that can identify. Because if you're going out hiring the most geeked up guy that's taking steroids and he's probably never had fat on his body, like he can't even communicate with you.
That's true. That's true.
Look at Ashton Hall out there falling on the ground, I show speed, dogging him. Come on, man. It's we just like we locked into this fakeness, and then when the fakeness fractures, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I show speed dogged him. Like whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean? This is a big. What is the whole boy like 240? Like I show speed is like 120 pounds. Like how? Like come on, bro. Like nobody has ever seen a Olympic sprinter carrying all that muscle before. That's a football body. That's a linebacker body. That's a fullback body.
That's fact.
That's not a sprinter. That's not a runner body. Like that didn't even. You know what I'm saying? Like so. We gotta knock off the fakeness, man.
All right. Let's talk about this question I got last week.
Oh man.
He said, have you tried methylene blue yet? And I told him we'll do a scientific review on it next Tuesday live. Meth blue. Meth blue, that sounds like something we definitely gotta have.
Wow,
I want to.
No, it does not. Let me just stop you right there. because somebody will get that little clip like, yeah, that meth blue sounds like, no, it does not. That sounds like something that'll have you trying to bite somebody's face off on the side of the highway making the news, like bath salt 2.0. Like, no. Okay? No.
Methylene blue, man. That's not potent.
No. Now, let me say this. In all reality, let me say this about methylene blue. Because I've done a lot of research on the differences between European anatomy and African anatomy, right? And all of the stops in between. Right? And I think that methylene blue, right? So here's the problem. Here's a big problem.
Okay.
It's a lot of goofballs out there. And I keep trying to warn them. I'm like, yo, bro, Jack Cruz is a fraud, man. Y'all got to stop this, bro. I got to stop this. I got the video of Jack Cruz in 2022. Like, yo, 2 months ago, I just had this epiphany and I created this whole breakdown. He doing a video with Rick Rubin and Andrew. I just invented this, created this. And before that video, I have a paper that I wrote that was published on Medium in 2018. I wrote the paper 2016, 2017. Somebody put it on Medium 2 years later of me breaking down chemiluminescence like in black and white, like 5 years before Jack Cruz. Like, y'all got to stop this, man.
The neurosurgeon?
Yes. That whole leptin prescription is fraud, bro. It's fraud. And then he tried to come back and double back and steal my swag the whole time. And not realizing there's a digital footprint, bro. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. See, listen, there's a thing that internet people started doing years ago. They realized that you could weaponize your audience. Now, they got people literally selling programs to teach you how to steal people's intellectual property. Like, you don't even have to be a content creator. All you have to do is find somebody whose content you like and just take it. Yes, just copy that content. And then you can put it on your page. You can even repeat it in your voice. In fact, we have an app right here which will jumble around the words. So it sounds like you created this. Like, I'm like, yo, this is crazy right here. But this is what people do because they realize all they got to do is look at the numbers. If I go on your page and you're getting 500 views, and on my page, I'm getting 500,000 views. Oh, I can farm your page for information. I can farm your page because the 500 people watching your page don't even matter to me. When I say this and sound amazing to these 500,000 people, by the time it takes you 5 years to get to the 500,000 people that I got to in 5 minutes, they're going to be saying, oh, you teaching that Jack Cruz stuff, right? Like, they're going to be saying you're teaching the stuff that was stolen from you. Like, so, and this is documented. They package it, they sell it now. Go watch YouTube long enough, somebody going to pop up in the beginning of your TV screen. Like, don't cut this off. I'm going to show you how to make $10,000 a week with using other people's content. Like, just this is regular, So, you got to stop watching these people.
Shout out to Rick. Rick, he in the building. He said a lot of small accounts with good info get farmed by big accounts.
Yo, listen, this is textbook. Now, because I really do this, notice that I go right to the origin. When you come up with these theories, and I'm like, oh, yep, I know where they got that from. They got that from this guy who got that from this guy who got that from him. Because I'm abreast of the field. I know who's saying what. All of us that's really into this, we know who's, because we got to watch everybody. So I know the black guys, I know the brown, I know the poor, I know the Spanish, I know the Arturo Salas, I know whoever's. This all started with Jack Cruz. Now, this whole methylene blue thing, I don't know what Jack Cruz got going on, but he tried to so I made a series of videos talking about the colonization of melanin on the internet, starting with people saying that melanin does human photosynthesis, right? Following behind Arturo Salas Herrera, right? And so I guess Jack had caught wind of some of those. And then all of a sudden, he started throwing melanin in his videos, realizing that most of America has a fourth or fifth grade reading level. The Black community, unfortunately, has the lowest of that reading level. So people listening to most science videos are just looking for buzzwords. So a lot of people are just excited to hear a white neurosurgeon use the word melanin with respect. Like, oh, yo, you gotta get on. They sharing the video. Yo, you gotta, nah, he going in. Yo, I'm telling you, he going in. Nah, he breaking melanin down and all that. Like, they don't even know what he's saying. They just happen to hear a lot of word boom bam boom bam bam boom bam bam melanin boom bam boom bam bam boom bam bam and the sunshine and boom boom bam boom boom bam bam vitamin D. Like, so they not really, like, so here's the thing. Now, the leptin prescription, and I wrote a book on the fraudulent leptin prescription thing. It's fraudulent, right? It's a fake thing, right? But you can go back to his history. His history is leptin prescription. That's Jack Cruz is famous for. Some woman gave him a book about some fictional character, and he started doing some leptin prescription, and he lost weight. I'm like, hold up. That's a fake story because you never lost weight. You've been fat the whole time we seen you on the internet, and your body has never changed. How are we falling for this? You've been fat since we seen you, and you've never lost a pound. Like, we've never seen him lose any weight. Like, he's saying the leptin prescription has allowed him to lose weight for the last 4 or 5 years or whatever he's been on the internet, and he's still the same size. Crazy, like Mandela effect. Like, so that's number one, surface level, right? But then I started really buckling down on the hierarchy of neurochemistry, right?
Okay.
Talking about the fraudulent people, talking about autophagy, ketosis, leptin, orexin, ghrelin, all of these different hormones that are secondary and tertiary to melanin concentrating hormone and melanin stimulating hormone. So we can have melanin conversations without even talking about the pigment because people don't realize that the hormones, the melanin hormones, regulate the entire energy system. So it's not just about the pigment, it's about melanin concentrating hormone and melanin stimulating hormone. And we really went through the rabbit hole because I found out that diabetes, type 2 diabetes, is almost exclusively based on our body's misuse of melanin concentrating hormone because melanin concentrating hormone regulates insulin and glucagon. So
Hmm.
any sort of relationship of insulin and glucagon going wrong upstream melanin concentrating hormone, right? But we never hear about melanin concentrating hormone. We hear a bunch of channels talking about body hacking with autophagy. They don't realize that melanin concentrating hormone is the hormone that triggers autophagy. Uh, ketosis doesn't start, just like autophagy doesn't start until melanin concentrating hormone is at a high level, which means you have to ignore it because melanin concentrating hormone is going to tell you to eat, 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 eat. When you ignore it, the hormone gets released more and more and more. And once you get past a certain threshold, your body says, "Oh, he's not playing. Oh, he's not playing. He's going. It doesn't matter how much we amplify this signal. He's not going to eat." So we're going to start the autophagy process so we can recycle protein, and we're going to start the ketosis process so we can produce some sugar. Yeah, we don't need you to eat now. We can just figure it out on our own. Like that's basically your body talking back to you. Now, we're gonna put that on the side, right? We're gonna put that on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Methylene blue.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have a inability, right, to stay out in the sun for long periods of time,
Mm-hmm.
methylene blue may offer you an advantage,
Okay.
right? Because the sun helps your body upregulate serotonin production.
Mm-hmm.
Methylene blue synthetically helps your body upregulate serotonin production.
Okay.
It's a MAOI, inhibitor. Yeah. Yeah. MOAI inhibitor. Type that in.
Monoamine oxidase, a class of antidepressant medications that work by blocking the enzyme monoamine oxidase, which breaks down neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine.
Right. So by breaking down that enzyme, it allows your body to accumulate higher levels of serotonin. And that breaks your depression and anxiety for some people, because some people have anxiety and depression based on their inability to produce high levels of serotonin. Right. So some people could just go out in the sun and soak in the sun and get that same effect.
Does the sun act as an inhibitor as well?
It boosts your serotonin levels.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily need the whole reverse process. You can just boost the serotonin level.
Google Demon said yes. Dr. Inky's correct. Sunlight exposure increases your serotonin production in the brain.
Hold on. Stop saying Google Demon. Just listen. Google is the Google Demon is you know what I'm saying, Leo Cohen. Like, we not gonna be violating AI, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta relax with this Google Demon.
It's demons inside the AI.
It is not. It's not.
Chad said it was Google Demons inside the AI.
Nah, man. Now let me tell you where demons is at. Demons is in that methylene blue. I'm telling you, listen, you pay attention, because we dealing with diabetes and we dealing with Alzheimer's, right? We're dealing with diabetes and Alzheimer's now. Methylene blue binds melanin and neuromelanin.
Okay. That's the stuff.
No. You are too black for that. You're too black for that. You got to relax. Okay. Sometimes you just need to take a minute, let it hit you. If it didn't hit you, then you need to take a minute.
Well, neuromelanin is thinking melanin.
There we go.
Right.
Or remembering melanin, or processing information melanin. But yeah, yeah.
Right. And then then you have, if you have regular melanin, then we're talking about.
No, let's just stick with the neuromelanin. We'll just stick with that. Let's stick with the neuromelanin.
Okay.
So the people are dumb enough. See, so here's my thing. Let's go back to these comparisons I've been doing all night. Right? So people now are saying, oh yeah, well, they switched the music to the 432 to the 440 because they're going to dumb down the people. Woo, woo. And then they're on the same internet platforms like, yeah, go get you a bottle of methylene blue. It is amazing. Like, it's binding your neuromelanin, like specifically in the locus ceruleus and the substantia nigra. The two areas that are impacted in Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Like, no. That's not what we want to do. Like, that's no.
So when you say binding neuromelanin, that means to like goop
handcuffing.
Up.
Let's go with handcuffing. Let's go with arresting. Let's go with those terms. Like that. Yeah. Let's use those words.
What about gooped up?
Gooped up might be like
sludged up.
Niche. That would be like niche. So maybe a few folks would understand that. I think more folks get handcuffed and arrested. Like, yeah, damn. Like that's not
handcuffed and arrested.
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably
all right.
Not a good.
All right. So handcuffed and arrested. Let's go with that. Right. So the methylene blue is arresting.
Yeah, it's anti-neuromelanin.
It's anti-neuromelanin.
Yes, let's go on the record. And hold up, let's go back to previous conversation. Yo, I be coming on this channel with saying the craziest stuff on earth, right? The problem is the Google demons be like, he's telling the truth, family. Then just relax. Just let it happen. This is all facts. Unfortunately, this is all facts. Y'all done paid $300 for tiny little bottles of methylene blue. You don't realize that once again, Jack got a bag for that, the same way David Beckham got a bag to sell you vinegar. Like, y'all don't realize this is, yeah, this is marketing. Like, this is social media marketing at its finest. Like, yeah, these people are getting paid to be on these platforms. Yeah, they're getting paid. Like AG1, they're getting paid to tell you to take AG1. AG1's terrible. Like, just stop it, folks. But we can keep going.
Okay.
Because methylene blue inhibits your microbiome's ability to do the butyrate small chain fatty acid thing.
Oh shit.
And that's where the vinegar production comes in naturally. So if you're taking methylene blue, you might need to get you some apple cider vinegar. Because you're messing up your microbiome. Yeah. Listen, natural. People got to stop this madness. Like yo, Inky, I'm on the holistic. Yo, I'm about to get this methylene blue. Like, I'm like, how, Sway? What plant? What tree methylene blue grew on? Like, what's wrong with y'all at home? Like, no. Get you some papayas and some pineapples, some pomegranate. Like, nah, bro. What are y'all doing? What happened to the kale and the mustard greens? Like, this is not the way. Now, let's go a step further. Like, should we go further? Let's go a little further.
Okay.
It started out with this idea of mitochondria hacking.
Okay.
It started out with this concept, which is crazy. Like mitochondria hacking. I was like, yo, this is one of those terms that just makes my blood boil. And I just want to start immediately choking the neck of people who say it. Like, it just immediately makes me want to choke them. Yeah, it gets me just like that, like just immediately, like mitochondria hacking. I'm like, yo, bro, you know you disrespecting mad computer geeks. Like, you disrespectful. Like, don't ever say you mitochondria hacking because you watch 2 or 3 YouTube videos. Like, no. People who are computer hackers, they've studied computer programming to a fine degree. They've studied computer architecture, computer components. Like, they understand computers in a very profound level to be able to call themselves computer hackers. That's why the best hackers in the world go to prison. And then when they come out of prison, they get hired by big companies or the government to do security work because these are the best of the best. Mitochondria hacking allow people that don't even read books to call themselves a hacker. Like, bro, you're not hacking anything. You're a hack in the sense of a person that's incompetent. Like, you're not a hack. You're not like, no, you need to understand mitochondria before you hacking it. Like, how you hacking mitochondria, you don't even know how it works. You don't even know what a cristae is. You don't even know what a cristae is. You don't even know what a mitose, you don't even know what the mitose string does to the cytochrome. Like, you don't know what mitochondria is or how it works, how you hacking it. Oh, because I seen this guy on, yeah, he was on Andrew Huberman and he said methylene blue, right? So methylene blue synthetically increases electron transport to cytochrome 1 and cytochrome 3. Now, people be like, oh, wait a minute. That sounds like it's going to boost my energy. That sounds like it's going to boost my thinking ability. That sounds like, let me tell you what it sounds like to me. What it sounds like to me is you're going to be hooked to a drug. Because methylene blue was invented to be a pharmaceutical drug. It wasn't invented to be a multivitamin. Yeah, it wasn't invented to be a multivitamin. It was invented to be a pharmaceutical drug. So what happens is the way your body's designed, it does stuff, right? Let's just dumb this down as best as I can. Your body does a bunch of stuff in order for you to live. Your body does these things without you even having to worry about it. Like, God got you on autopilot. Now, it's like raising children. It's the best analogy I could give. I got teenagers. This is my second group of 5 children. I've been raising children a long time. The way you wean them off the breast is like when they get in their teen years, they got their little cell phone, like boom. Once you start getting a few dollars for yourself, now you could pay for that cell phone bill. Now, guess what? I'm going to stop paying for that cell phone bill. Once you get in a few dollars, I'm going to stop paying for that cell phone bill.
Right. I'm off the hook.
So now if the cell phone goes off, oh, that's on you, champ. Don't, hey, you took responsibility for this bill now. This is on you. This is how your body works. God got you covered. Babies and idiots, God got you. You ain't got to worry about it. But once you start to manually doing it, God is like, oh, no. You got it. So when you start methylene bluing, like it's a daily multivitamin, instead of a prescription drug you're supposed to use once or twice in your life, right? you now, so you synthetically bumping up. Okay, so now when you stop using methylene blue, cytochrome 1 is going to drag. Cytochrome 1 is going to drag. Forget about cytochrome 3 for now. We don't even got to get into cytochrome 3. We just stick with cytochrome 1 because cytochrome 3 is basically the manager, so to speak, for the electrons that come from cytochrome 1 and cytochrome 2, right? Cytochrome 1, electrons from sugar. Cytochrome 2, electrons from fat. Cytochrome 3 is like the little supervisor. It collects the electrons from cytochrome 1, cytochrome 2, count them up, like, all right, cool, I'll make sure the big boss get this. And then it goes up further up the line, cytochrome 4, cytochrome 5, like, that's how that go. Or really, cytochrome 4 is the end of the chain, right? And then cytochrome 4 produces water, and then we start the process over again. Right? So that's really what your mitochondria are doing, recycling water, right? That's a whole nother conversation, right? But once you come off the methylene blue, now cytochrome 1 is crippled. Okay, so let me say it another way. You will have a resistance to metabolizing sugar. Can anyone say diabetes? Anyone? Yeah. Yeah, cytochrome 1 is the target of your sugar electrons in NAD. So you have NAD, cytochrome 1, and you have FAD, cytochrome 2. Yeah. So because methylene blue is going to take over, overstimulating cytochrome 1, your body's going to back off of it like it does everything else. The body's going to go, oh, you got this. Nah, you good. You got this. And while you're taking the methylene blue, you straight. You straight. But when you come off it, it's just like a steroid. When you can afford them steroid cycles, ooh, you good. You straight. Muscle building, muscle building, muscle building. Soon as you come off that steroid cycle, gyno and everything else settles in.
Lazaro and Liam Beast, 1950, reported that in rats, methylene blue injected intravenously in doses of 35 milligrams per kilogram, immediately preceding the administration of alloxin, increased the incidence of diabetes from 52% to 100%.
And at this point, I just want to point out to folks again that they can go to Amazon right now. You can go to Amazon and get this information, this knowledge for yourself, so that you can stop being subject to being abused on the internet with crazy claims because you are ignorant of your own anatomy.
Hold the book up higher.
Let's come on now. Let's wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure.
This nigga told me I should take methylene blue.
We gotta hold up the KeMedicine book. We gotta hold up the KeMedicine book first and foremost. Come on, get to the basics.
That's the
of
classroom
the KeMedicine
book.
channel, right? But then get to the new this is a Bible for you of electrogenesis. This has our white paper on electrogenesis in it. And it is filled with the supplementary material that you're going to need to understand your body as a set of electrical circuitry. Like you know, and then we got a whole series following that up. So you can begin to understand it. Now, let me tell you something. I never read that paper right there. Whatever you just read, I never read that. I don't need to read that.
You just
See, this is
know,
what I'm saying about knowing how the body works.
you know how the
If you
body works.
understand the basics of how the body works, the body has a bunch of stuff it does. When you come in with your thing, the synthetic boost, your body goes, wait a minute. Do you understand we're designed for maximum energy efficiency? That means if you start doing something, we no longer have to worry about that. So we'll just divert that energy to other stuff. We'll let you handle that. So if you take over cytochrome 1, where sugar's metabolized, the moment you stop that methylene blue, what are you going to do to jumpstart that cytochrome 1 again? Because I promise you, they got something for you to buy. They're going to say, oh, well, you don't have to worry about it. All you got to do is get NMN. Yeah, get you some NMN, and then you go, wait a minute, isn't NMN banned, NAD? Yeah, but don't worry about that. Just, yeah, we're going to get this methylene blue up there. Just wherever they get the methylene blue, they got the NMN. Like, you, they listen. And I warned people about this early 2000s. I said, listen, I'm telling y'all what the future holds. The doctors are defeated. The doctors are defeated. There's a time period where it was the holistic folks versus the doctors. The doctors gave up. Early 2000, they realized they were wrong. And what most of them secretly started to do is open up companies for a new brand of thing, right? Basically holistic products, but they calling it a new name so that they could invade and colonize the holistic space. So they came up with nutraceuticals. And then you look at the nutraceutical ingredients list and you'd be like, yo, this is nothing but herbs and natural. You'd be like, oh, yo, they just took over the holistic space real quick. They just rewrote the algorithms. So now instead of getting your holistic information from a Dr. Inky or Dr. Saber, you're going to watch Andrew Huberman. You're going to watch this guy and you're going to ask me about methylene blue because you, oh yeah, I follow Dr. Sabi. I'm about to give me some methylene blue. Like, what? That don't even go together. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you sound crazy. Yeah, it's all crazy, but it's built on our ignorance. It's built on our need to be accepted, right? It's built on, you know, our need to be in echo chambers where we hear things that reverberate. So because we heard it so many times, it sounds correct. Oh yeah, they switched to 440 for the 432. Correct. Yeah, the you know, uh, what's his name?
Vegan.
Rockefeller. Woo woo woo. And yeah, we're right. Correct. But get to the history of the business. Talk about RCA. Talk about RCA, how they put how they put the music executives in play after they got the understanding of how your body responds to music in general. Then talk about radio waves totally separate from music. You got to talk about music being co-opted. You got to talk about radio waves co-opted. But because we don't even know our biochemistry and neurochemistry runs on radio waves, just like our body uses calcium or vitamin D, that's a whole taboo universe that people is not even hip. So because we're lazy, we'll fill these empty spaces in our knowledge with gobbledygook. We're not going to get to the science. We're going to just go chakra. We're just going to fill that void in with stand-in material, like putty. We'll just put silly putty right in there. Boop, silly putty. Yeah. Oh, the right side of our brain. Yeah, because they want to block the right side of our brain. Like what? What human right side of their brain is blocked? Like what are we talking about? You wouldn't be able to move the left side of your brain if the right your whole left side of your body would be paralyzed if your right side of your brain. Like what are we talking about?
Yeah, I read a book on neuroscience, and they said the whole left brain, right brain thing has been debunked. That's not how the brain works.
Bro, it not only is it debunked, but it was never bunked. Like it was never It was never a real thing. It was always gobbledygook. It was never established science. And this is my pet peeve to be people saying two different, they be talking out of both sides of their face. They're like, yeah, oh, listen to Dr. Africa, that neuromelanin, Richard King and that melanin, yeah, I'm on that, Carol Barnes and that neuromelanin, we got that neuromelanin. And then right out the other side of their face, they're like, oh yeah, well, the right half of my brain, I'm like, hold. That you can't commingle that. What are you doing? That's like getting donations and then you like Umar, you getting donations and you at the strip club what are you doing, bro? You can't get donations and go to the strip club, my guy, and then be like, yo, well, this is my money. I can spend it however I want. Oh, no, it's not. Those are donations. And the people that donated get to have a say in how you spend it. See, that's not your money. So you didn't sell a product or service to get that money. So you can't just freely go to the strip club and make it rain on that's not how you do that, sir. So you can't be talking about neuromelanin and then talking about, chakras and half of you, you can't do all that. You got to choose one. If you want to be, gobbledygook, if you over there, flat Earth, you go ahead with, deal with that. But if you're dealing with melanin, neuromelanin, opsins, globins, right? These are the different categories of pigments, right? Cider globin, neuroglobin, hemoglobin, myoglobin, right? Photopsin, rhodopsin. Like if you're dealing with opsins and globins and actual pigments in your body and how light is translated to electricity, and you're dealing with piezoelectric collagen and bones, and if you're dealing with the real science of the body producing a wide variety of electric phenomena, which means it translates into a wide variety of magnetic phenomena, right? And then alternating electric and magnetic fields produce light. That now you're having a real conversation. But if we just talking gobbledygook, it's like, come on, bro. This is
Tanai said all pharmaceuticals mimicking something your body does will make your body stop doing it.
come on, bro. So now you done heard it from the guy with the gold teeth, and then you done heard it from the PhD professor. Like now they still gonna go, yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and get me one of the methylene. But all right, go ahead. You have some other stuff. Really, just remember they go. You get put into a nasty blender. Like this is debates that me and my mama done had privately, and then years later she's like, "Baby, you right. I should have listened to you." They be like, "Yeah, you need to come get this surgery," and then she hype. She old school. She like, "Nah, but my insurance cover it." I'm like, all right, mom, just go ahead and go get it. Now, when that don't do what you think is, they're gonna tell you that the problem is what you needed to do is get this other surgery to compensate for that surgery, and you're gonna be on the rail. They're getting ready to turn you into the $1 million man. By 5, 10 years roll around, you're gonna have a whole bunch of different parts of you that's no longer you. It's gonna be a whole bunch of synthetic. You about to be a cyborg. And I talk to my mom all the time. I make jokes on her all the time about that. Like, Mom, will you stop it? Me and you is not the same. I have your original genetics. You got very little of that left, Mom. You didn't have a lot of replacements, and you're very little of you is left now. You just, your mind is there, but a lot of that body belong to them, them folks. They got copyrights on them parts. You don't own that stuff. Yeah, you got to realize that too. You got copyrights on body parts. When you get synthetic body parts put in, someone has a copyright on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a nasty space in the future when they start talking about what you can and can't do with these body parts you have. Like, it's going to get very different.
Tanai said those be the worst conversations to have with your parents.
Man. But for me, they'd be the most fun because, like, I'm at a space where it just, I'm not over aggressive with it, but I do troll, and hey, you got to deal with it.
I do jujitsu.
Like, but what if you about to die? I'm like, well, we all supposed to die sooner or later. Like, come on now, what are you prolonging? Like, you're dying slow. Is we going back to that question you asked? The chewing tobacco versus the smoking tobacco? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I think the chewing tobacco is the better one.
No, that's probably like that's. Listen, let me tell you something. The part of the hospital where those people go, they don't even let people visit. Yo, you think I'm laughing? Listen. How many babies you got?
Four.
Forget about how many. How's your youngest?
Four.
Okay. That's interesting. You got four, and the oldest, your youngest is four. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you was having that, because when we have babies, that's the most time we in the hospital. We be up in the hospital like we live in there for that little few weeks. Like we holding it down in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you remember when you go in the hospital, there are certain floors in the elevator that you could just get on the elevator, press the button, and go to that floor.
Right.
Right. But there's a lot of floors in the hospital elevator that you need a key to go to.
Right.
Correct. On those floors are some of the most wickedly looking, monstrous people that you would ever see, that would end whole industries if those people were allowed to walk around in the street. Whole industries would vanish if they did not take these people off the street. Like literally. They have to take these people off the streets. I'm talking about people without the front of their rib cage, and you could just see the tumors just like it's crazy. Like, bruh, Marvel Universe villains have nothing on some of these, like, bruh, it's scary. And there's thousands of these people across the country. Like they living in these floors where, yeah, you can't get on these floors. And they can't get off these floors.
Mm.
Yeah, so they're on these floors being taken care of until their time ticks out, and they ain't gonna live long. It's a few weeks to a few months, but
So we should
they
stick with the
looking
Newports
hideous.
then.
Well, it's a lot of different things. That chewing tobacco is one of the. I mean, they lose the whole side of their face and all that with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's wild, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, that's wild. They lose the
So,
whole side of their face and neck and all like that. Nah.
so now we down to nicotine pouches versus Newports.
No. We're not down to none of that, bro. We're down to get you a coffee and relax, bro. Like, nah. What are you trying to do? Like, what are you trying to do?
Niggas got nicotine addictions.
Well, they got to get off of it. I told you I used to chain smoke in school, and then I had when I had Tony changed my life in a lot of ways. Yeah, when I had Tony
Mm-hmm.
changed my life in a lot of ways. When Tony was born, when she was coming out the womb, she stared me down like in a way that I can't even put into words, and it just made me change a lot of things. Like being in the street, smoking, drinking, like just a lot of things I had to refine because I wanted to be around longer. Period. I just
Yeah.
wanted to live longer. I didn't know the quality, like how would I live longer? Like would I live good? Look, because I'm from a place where, live fast, die young is the culture. But then I got to a point where I wrote a book called Live Fast, Die Dumb.
Mm.
Yeah. So I come from a place where we live fast, die young. You know what I'm saying? Like when people watching them videos and they're like, yo, look, these Baltimore kingpins with the heroin and all. My family be in a lot of these videos. Like, like I'm the bookworm of like other people like it's people like, yo, is this, these certain names that I don't even, like, yeah, certain name, like it's real history for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I just wanted to do something different, be something different, just be around for my babies in a different way.
So then
But
we gonna smoke the grabber instead then.
I mean, what are we trying to do, bro? Like, what is the goal?
The
Like,
chat
what are
said they
we?
doing grabber instead.
Yo, you gotta, yeah. See, that's all that Brother Rich. They gotta stop that Brother Rich channel, bro. Brother Rich promotes conscious dope fiends. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gotta stop that, bro. That's that anal chakra programming. Like, yeah, take the mushrooms and the ayahuasca and mix it up with your weed and you gotta stop all that, bro. You're still a drug addict, man. Y'all not doing nothing spiritual, bro. You go, oh no, Inky, because the ayahuasca, the shaman was using. Hold on, y'all not y'all N words ain't shaman. What are y'all not shaman? Y'all trying to get high and have different sex. Like y'all not. What are y'all doing, bro? Like y'all not. That's not culturally significant. You're not going on like a 90-day fast and then you're going on a 3-day ayahuasca to create some spiritual moment in your life. Like y'all just getting high every day. Like, oh, okay, well, this is natural. So yeah, like, nah, bro. You gotta stop. All these guys promoting mushrooms and all these different drugs, man, they gotta stop it, bro.
That's they be doing the mushrooms. They be saying, you know what I mean? They told me I got to do the mushrooms so I get
Because
higher levels of enlightenment.
watch them. Because they're gonna invite you to a mushroom party or ayahuasca party, and then it's gonna be brown chakra. You know what I'm saying? And then one or two things gonna happen. You're either gonna be stimulating your anal G spot, you know, because Brother Yaki says that men have anal G spots. So you're gonna be stimulating your anal G spot, which is a anatomical fraud. Like there's no anal G spot in men or women. That is not a real thing, right?
But
But
they
that is
said
a
that.
way. That is a way for straight men who like to have gay sex, right? If that's a thing. See, I'm from a world where that doesn't exist. If you like to have gay sex, you're a gay man. But in this new world, straight men can also indulge in gay sex and call it chakra activation,
But
right?
the mushrooms
They
lead
can
to.
call it chakra activation, sir. Kundalini explosions, right? They can mask it with these other terms and then get away with like that's not real, bro. You gotta.
But the root network underneath the ground of mushrooms, and then you take the mushrooms, you get high levels of enlightenment.
But if you do some ritual cleaning, right? If we do some ritual cleansing,
Mm-hmm.
right, and we have a goal,
Okay.
right, and we have a trainer, like we go to get a trainer to work out in the gym. You need to get an actual shaman. You need to get an actual chief. You need to get an actual spiritualist trained in the usage of spiritual journeys, right? But for instance, I'll give you an example. Out of body experience,
OBE.
right? There's no such thing as that.
Oh, here we go.
There's no such thing as that. You're not having an out of body experience. You're having a inner body experience.
Mm.
But we haven't taken the time to study the inside. See, we don't realize we go back far enough. We hear the ancient wisdom. It's the journey within, know thyself, and things like that. And then we reference these same time periods for these drugs. Like, oh yeah, what the ancients was doing ayahuasca and mushroom. Yeah, but they was having inner journeys. You think you doing remote viewing and like what are you like? No, bro. You don't know what you're doing. You gotta. And then if you don't study the inside universe, you don't even know what you're traveling through, what you're seeing. Like this is why people just have emotional breakdown. Like, oh yeah, your emotions gonna come out. Yeah, because you're not trained to do anything else with that. So yeah, you're just gonna have depression, female, like right brain. You're gonna have a right brain brown chakra moment.
What if we microdose and we go watch Marvel Avengers or something like that?
Oh my God. What are we microdose? Why are we doing that? Why? See, people heard like Baba Kalindi, talking about microdosing and they just jump. Like the internet is a dangerous place, man. Because I personally knew Baba Kalindi, may he rest in greatness. And I used to have me and Baba Kalindi, listen, I used to talk to him for the like have him cracking up. I used to be like, yo, why you got these people doing this stuff and they don't know what they doing? None of these people do the prerequisite work to have a spiritual experience. They're just getting high. He was like, yeah, but if I don't put the information out there, nobody will get interested to even do the work to have the spiritual experience. I said, yeah, but they need training wheels and guardrails so that they know they're supposed to like these people think they can have spiritual experience without training. Like they reference the ancients with priesthoods. They reference the ancients with shamans and don't realize priesthoods is like degree system. That works by degree. Like you
Yeah.
initiate, you coming in, you study, you mop the floor, like you you're not doing anything but studying. You ain't even talking. You just watching, listening, learning
Right.
for some amount of months to years before you get to another level and another level. And it's a few levels and some time studying before you get to an adept, and then you can partake with the elders. And then you like this ain't going on, bro. People just finding places to sell, they hookah, they at the nightclub, they mushroom, having, like who having sex, activating shot, we chakra, like it's not real, man.
What's the drug policy in Hotepistan? How much
Listen,
weed can we smoke? Can we make our own weed that's not GMO?
we could. I knew somebody in Atlanta that was doing it.
Okay.
I knew somebody in Atlanta that was doing it. It's pretty strong too. It's pretty strong too.
So we need shamans with our mushrooms in Hotepistan?
No, we don't need mushrooms. Mushrooms and ayahuasca and all those things, we don't need those things. Follow the laws in your local municipalities. Right? Outside of that, we need priesthoods. We need systems of initiation. Right? So that people can learn spirituality before they try, like, you had to ride a bike with training wheels on it, and you didn't just get a motorcycle. You rode a bike with training wheels, and like you had to.
So all right. So grow our own weed, but leave the mushrooms alone.
Listen, sober up. Sober up. It's real out here. It's real out here. Like people doing mushrooms, you microdosing. Mushrooms is growing in shit. See, we back to this shit eating thing. Like we don't real the rat shit in the supermarket, the raccoon rabbit shit in the mushroom, like cow shit is in the mushrooms. Like, bro, y'all should go visit some of these places that are fast farming mushrooms because they're selling them for like commercial or illegal. Like, go check some of these places out. You'd be like, wow, this what y'all put on there to grow it? And they'd be like, well, we don't get high on our own supply. Like, yeah, okay, I know what that means. You're growing, you're putting shit on that, and you'd never eat that. But people will buy it from you. So yeah, that's a demand for shit product. Yeah. Yeah, we like it. But we're gonna microdose on mushrooms grown in shit, and then we're gonna say, it's fluoride in the toothpaste. Like, bro, come on. Guarantee you probably want to put the mushrooms down before you worry about the Colgate. Like the Colgate is not going to get you. It's not going to get you. Yeah, and we don't even read books. So why are we worried about fluoride in our toothpaste and we're not even reading books? Who cares if your brain calcified? You don't even use it. Like, what? Do we having crazy conversations? Like, yo, like somebody without a license that don't drive. Like, yo, my tire's getting rusty. Like, what are we talking about? You don't use that vehicle. Why? You're not. Calculators have been counting for you for 70 years. There are whole grown adults that don't know how to calculate money change back from a $20 bill without a register. Now we got text to writing, so we don't have to write anymore. Yeah, we can speak it and the thing will write it out for us.
Text to speech. I mean, speech to text.
We got audio books, so we don't have to read anymore. We got AI, so we don't have to synthesize information patterns anymore, i.e. thinking, right? Like, what are you worried about fluoride for? Like, we got so many other things to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. We need to worry about Christ in our heart. That's what we need to worry about.
Christ in our heart.
Yeah, I got a new book about it.
What book is that?
I got a new book about it.
Oh, wait, hold on. What was the name of that one again? That's the Bible.
Well, we start about, yeah. We start the conversation, but I got a book that really like dials in on the crown of thorns concept.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because the crown of thorns is a real thing.
Around your head.
Well, the crown of thorns, if we remember the story, the crown of thorns is worn by Christ going into crucifixion.
Right.
Right. But we got to realize that the Christ is about your heart.
Right.
Right. And your heart has a crown of thorns. Don't try to Google silently because we can hear your buttons. Don't try it. You try to like press your buttons lightly. Yo, HJ just got busted. Yo, he tried to press the buttons like.
I got something in here. Hold on. I know I got something in here in the notes or something.
Heart has thorns. Google. No, you can't get this one on there.
I got something. Hold on. I got buttons on this computer, nigga. I can find whatever the fuck it is you talking about, nigga.
No, what you have to do is look up the Purkinje fibers. That is the crown of thorns that the Christ wears.
How you spell that?
Purkinje?
Yeah.
Purkinje.
Yeah, it popped up.
Of course it did.
Let me see. Purkinje. Oh, shit.
That's the crown of thorns.
Oh, shit.
We don't realize Christ is in our heart. We fooled and bamboozled by Greco-Roman fraternities and all these other folks. Listen, people, you gotta get with Dr. Inky, man. Like this is what we gotta do. This is what we have to do, man.
I'm trying to get a picture up on the screen so people could see this.
Just look up the electrical conduction system of the heart, and they'll show you the crown of thorns from the SA node to the AV node to the Purkinje fibers. It's right there.
Purkinje fibers.
Yeah, or you could type in Purkinje filaments. You might hit the Google demons a little better. They might appreciate that a little bit more.
Hold on. I got a bunch of pictures. I see the thorns. I'm just trying to find one that's.
Now,
here we go.
Now you know that's a Kemetic origin, though, right?
What, the crown of thorns?
Of course.
Where's that in Kemet?
Yeah, see, come on, man. Listen.
I got the Purkinje fibers on the screen right now. Y'all see them?
The new book, for Christ's sake. If you want to get this, you got to get the new book. Coming soon to Amazon near you, for Christ's sake. That's the name of the book, for Christ's sake. Yeah, for Christ's sake. New book coming soon to Amazon.
19 missed calls from Bryson. Purkinje fibers.
Yeah. From Kemet.
Let me go ahead and save this one too. I got a folder. I thought we covered this last week.
Like X-Files, it's KeMedicine files.
Facts.
The K files.
There they go again. There they go again, y'all. You see them? Purkinje fibers.
Listen. Methylene blue stops the neuromelanin. Listen, causes diabetes. What we doing tonight, man? Am I allowed to step off the stand here?
Another KeMedicine in the books, y'all. Somebody said, but Inky, how can you be about Kemet and the Bible? Isn't that like Sabi and Vinegar?
That is a great question. And what you have to understand is that the Bible is a Kemetic text.
Shout out Searsup.
Yeah, the Bible is a Kemetic text. The Bible is not a Greek text. The Bible is not a Roman text. The Bible is a Kemetic text. It is the Papyrus of Ani 2.0, which is the reason why when God speaks, the I am literally translates to the word Ani,
Ani.
like Papyrus of Ani, because the Bible is largely another Papyrus of Ani, Papyrus of Ani 2.0. And the Israelites are actually the tribes of Akhenaten, which is the only group ever on record to have an exodus from Kemet. So we could deal in imaginary land or we could deal with the actual facts in history.
Wait, you saying? Wait a second. Now we got 19 missed call from the Hebrew Israelites.
These are only facts, bro.
So you said the 12 tribes of Judah are really the lost tribes of Akhenaten?
Listen, I done already showed you the royal seal with Kepler on it. I done showed you the royal seal with Kepler on it. Like we don't have, listen, this is somebody obviously that hasn't caught that many episodes of KeMedicine. So they just, so I'm just reiterating a few things for the Bible is a Kemetic book. The understanding of Christ is Kemetic. It comes from the Karas, which is where the whole idea of the 40-day fast that Jesus and Moses, that's where that comes from. The 40-day period it takes to prepare the body for embalming fully, right? That's a 40-day process, the embalming. Like it's all that starts there. And the whole process of embalming, creating the Karas, the Christ, was preparing the heart for the weighing of the heart ceremony. So the whole science has always been about the heart. It's never been about anything else. It's always been about the heart. And we're confused today. We believe that cardiologists, they know what it is. And it's like, no, we live in bizarro land because the heart is the number one killer. So obviously, Western institutions don't know that much about the heart, or they'd be able to do something like Adrian that rock, like, you can't win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, what are we doing?
So don't toss out the Bible. Let's keep the Bible.
Oh, I'm definitely not a toss out the Bible person, but I'm definitely a toss out the Hebrew Israelites person. Like,
what the Hebrew Israelites do to you?
they just largely like
Captain Tazariak?
stop it. Listen, these folks are largely illiterate. Largely illiterate. They spend so much time in one book and have no idea what they're reading. They have no idea what they're reading.
The Bible, you
Why do you
mean?
think Shaka did what he did over there? Shaka spent a few years wrestling with them and just stopped after a while. Why? Because it's like beating up on dead, it's like hitting punching bags. Like they can't hit back. What are you doing? They can't hit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's people that follow the ideology, and I'm like, okay, you on to something with the Bible. The problem is you're gonna stop with the Bible and you don't realize the Bible is like we got to go further. We got to go, okay, who are the quote unquote 72 authors of the Bible? Right? What is the relationship of the Elephantine Island to modern day Hebrew Israelites? Like if we don't answer those questions, like it's no, we're not really having a discussion. Then we go, oh, Elephantine Island. Wait a minute. You mean the island inside the middle of the Nile? Wait, but the Nile is not a real thing because the Nile is Nilus, the Greek god. So that was created. Wait, so, oh, you mean the Happy River? Got it. So who's these Elephantine people on the island of Canoon? It started getting real different. It started getting different. Then you read the Elephantine letters, like the letters from the original Israelites of record, and you start reading these letters and you realize that they're greeting each other in the name of Ray and Atum and whoop whoop whoop, and then it gets real different. It gets different. And you realize why could Kepra is on the original royal seals. Like it gets really, really different when we start to have these other conversations. But listen, Dr. Inky has books on all these things. Yeah, I already have books on these things. You see HJ face right there? HJ has just keyboarded into another vortex rabbit hole of information.
Sears Up said he likes your album.
Sound Becomes Light by Dr. Inky on all platforms.
Yeah, he said he likes the album.
And I love him for saying that because that's a nice timely plug. I don't plug the album enough. So yeah. Please go listen to Dr. Inky's Sound Becomes Light on all platforms.
Markel, thank you for the gifted. It says here the Elephantine papyri predate all extant manuscripts of the Hebrew Bible.
Oh, let's stop right there. Oh. Don't do no more reading. Don't do no more reading. Let's stop right there. See, because I just get to going and talking crazy over here in KeMedicine land, and then, like, I done said too much.
I got to finish reading what it say.
No. Listen, people need knowledge. Spoon. They got to get spoon. You give them too much, their head explode. Now they go and get methylene blue, and then, like, we got to give them a look. Like, that's a rat. That's a lot right there. The people that's interested, they're gonna go, wait a minute, did he just say, the oldest on record of any Israelite Bible, any these are the, so did we just get to, okay, now here's the problem. Could you just read that part again? Read that part again.
The elephant, how you say it?
Elephantine
papyri predate all extant manuscripts of the Hebrew Bible.
Okay, now here's the problem with that. Once you realize that just like the Dead Sea Scrolls, that comes from Kemet, because we forget the Dead Sea Scrolls is found in Kemet. Yo, listen, this is too easy. Like I told you, I'll be running through whole crowds, just clotheslining everybody. Men, women, and children, grandparents, everybody just getting clotheslined. Listen, once we realize, like, wait, the Dead Sea Scrolls, they didn't come from Canaan? These are not from ancient Israel. They're from Kemet. Now you got to rethink everything that you done discussed the Dead Sea Scrolls, because a lot of people getting high thinking they got deep on Dead Sea Scrolls. No, we got the Dead Sea Scrolls now. We can prove. You can't prove nothing because those come from Kemet, buddy. So you got to relax. Okay, now we got elephantine material that also comes from Kemet, buddy. So you got to ask yourself at some point, why is none of this stuff coming from Canaan or ancient Israel that validates the existence of Israel? How come the existence of Israel must be validated through Kemet? How come we don't even have any record of anybody settling in Canaan but Akhenaten's people? Yeah, it's just questions. Just questions.
So it says here, and thus gives scholars a very important glimpse at how Judaism was practiced in Egypt during the 5th century BCE.
Yo, listen.
As they seem to show evidence of the existence in 400 BCE of a polytheistic sect of Jews. It's widely agreed that this elephantine community...
Stop. Hold. Let's stop for a second. Let's allow this to breathe for a second. Let's do this. Let's suppose, right? Because we don't have any archaeological proof of a place called Judah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if there's no archaeological proof of a place called Judah, there's no Judah. What is Judaism? If there's no Judah, can we take Judah off the table? If that doesn't exist and there's no person or place named Judah, what is Judaism?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. We have a place that is one of the only, I think it's the last standing wonder of the world.
The pyramids?
The actual Jews. Yeah. The Jews are the man-made mountains. Yeah, we have those. I mean, so again, if we would like to start getting some real, you want to go to Amazon and then type in Inky Real books, and there's a plethora of material. There's a plethora. I think right now I probably have like 120 books on Amazon. Like you could just go to Amazon and just start getting you some real information, because I have a wide variety of these subjects, and only talk about these subjects because they're interrelated. So don't believe I'm studying the history of, no. I'm only studying Israel and Kemet, and because of the biochemical, biological, anatomical significance. Remember that this is the origin place for the study of anatomy, surgery, medicine, herbology, and all those things. So you can't really be studying those things without studying Kemet, without studying the papyri. And when you study the health aspects of Kemet, you realize that their religion was intertwined with their health information. So you can't study naturopathy in Kemet without studying the religious ideas of Kemet. And once you study the Neteru, you immediately go, oh, so this is the Elohim. Yeah, it's the same definition. Neteru is the natural forces of the universe, so it's Elohim. So we just have one word, one meaning, two different words, two different languages. Like we can say water in English, and then we can say agua in Spanish, but we know we're not talking about two different things.
The Google demons say in ancient Egypt, Jew is transliterated as Jew is the hieroglyphic symbol for mountain.
Listen, bro.
It represents not only the physical mountains and hills of the Egyptian landscape, but also the cosmic mountain that was believed to hold up the sky. The cosmic mountain was envisioned with two peaks.
Come on now. We're going to put Ptah in there. The Ptah getting ready to pop up soon. And you keep on going now. Ptah getting ready to pop up. Atum, the gods of the original mound, right? The first mound that came from Noon. And we getting ready to walk it down. Like it's...
We got to go back to the Elephant text. It says, the Jews had their own temple to Yahweh, which functioned alongside that of the Egyptian
Stop right
god.
there for a second. Wait, stop right there for a second before you go any further, because you was getting ready to go crazy right there. Just hold on. I have a book called Yahweh is Aten. That's very important, because that right there, what you getting ready to say, you getting ready to go crazy. And I just want folks to know I have a book called Yahweh is Aten. Now go ahead and finish that sentence, brother. Just say it, start all over from scratch, though. Just bring it back from the top. Matter of fact, just say that. Let me just not cut you off. Just do that whole paragraph now that we didn't hit him with a lot of context and interruptions and belligerence from Dr. Inky. Let me just shut my mouth and get out the way now. Go ahead and clothesline a few folks yourself. Hit him with the old-fashioned clothesline. Hulk Hogan bounces off the ropes, and then you know it's a leg drop. You know it's the clothesline to the leg drop. Come on.
Says here, the Jews had their own temple to Yahweh, which functioned alongside that of the Egyptian god Khnum.
Now, hold on now. We got another problem. See, because in the Bible, it clearly says,
there shall be no gods before me.
So what is they doing with Kepra on the royal seals and temples where they splitting it with Khnum? What is y'all doing? And if you split your temple with Khnum, right? Because we have 4,000 years old Khnum with man on the potter's wheel, making man out of clay and then putting the breath of life. So can we say that that's not the story from Khnum if the original template is from Khnum's temple? Like if the earliest temple of Yahweh is Khnum's temple, and we get the blowing of the breath of life, which represents the Ankh and Shu and woo, it's rough out here. It's hard out here.
Says
it's rough.
They seem to show evidence of the existence of a polytheistic sect of Jews. It is widely agreed that this Elephantine community originated in the mid.
Yeah, see now. Look, you see how they What I told you about that safe place our brain needs to go to. Because that's the safe place. That's the see what we're talking what he's reading to you right now. And I don't know what he's showing because the way his internet set up, I can't see what he shows on the live stream until I watch the video back. What I'm telling you guys is the most astute scholars in the world, this is what they've already verified. So they can't go around this. So because they cannot get around this, there's only two ways you can go. You can go and say the Bible is a Kemetic book. It's Kemet in disguise. Or you can go to a Twilight Zone safe space and go, well, it seems like the earliest group of Israelites were polytheistic because if they was polytheistic, they wouldn't be splitting it with the Kemetic gods. They would be polytheistic with their own program. They wouldn't be polytheistic with Khnum and Khepra. That's not what they'd be doing. But see, you have to add in the history. You have to add in the fact that overnight, Kemet vanished. The Happy River vanished. Overnight, you have an Egypt. Overnight, you have a Nile River. Nilus is a Greek god. See, when Alexander took over, immediately Kemet died. It went extinct. All of the millions of Kemetic people went extinct. They died. They vanished. They became these new people called Egyptians. And some of them became the new people called Israelites. But Egyptians and Israelites is an invention of Greece. Period. There is no such thing as that. Those are two fairy tales. Egypt and actually, Egypt has more validity than Israel because Egypt lasted for about 300 years. So when Alexander comes in, then there's an Egypt. And then it lasted to the Ptolemies, and that's in Egypt. But there's no such thing as ancient Egypt. That's not real. That's them superimposing Greek and Roman colonization on Kemetic history. Yeah. And the whole story of Egypt and Israel that's not a real story.
So
that's they're remixing the story of Akhenaten. Yeah, they're remixing the story of Akhenaten.
So it says here, because it seems a little bit different from the Bible. The Bible talks about the Jews fleeing Egypt, but it says here it's widely agreed that the Elephantine community originated in the mid-17th to mid-6th centuries BCE, likely as a result of Judean and Samaritan refugees fleeing into Egypt.
Come on. Listen, whatever you doing over there, you in deep. You gotta relax. You exploding. You gonna drive people to mushrooms and things tonight. They gonna be on top. They ayahuasca. They what they said they was taking earlier. Guac. They listen.
Grabba.
Grabba. You're driving people to they need coping mechanisms after this. I tried to stop 20 minutes ago. People, listen.
It says likely as a result of Judean and Samaritan refugees fleeing into Egypt during the times of Assyrian and Babylon invasions. They seem to have no knowledge of a written Torah or the narratives described therein.
Yeah. Just in case you didn't know how to hit the button right there. That part. That part right there. So the original Israelites have no idea about any Torah thing. That's a later invention.
And then they talk about they talk about how they don't follow no Deuteronomy, no Deuteronomic law. That's not
no, because the original Israelites were Cometians.
All right, so I found another part in this article where it say, okay, it's right here. It says,
listen. There's only one possible reason. Let's just use two facts. We know that the original royal seals have Khepra on it.
Yeah.
Okay, now we know. Now, as of tonight, now we know that the original temple was the Temple of Khnum.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on now. Come on now.
So
2 plus 2 equals 4. And if we don't add nothing else into this script, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
all right, last paragraph. It says in 2004, the Brooklyn Museum created a display entitled Jewish Life in Ancient Egypt, a family archive from the Nile Valley, which featured the interfaith couple of Anania, an official at the temple of Yahu, aka Yahweh, and his wife Tammuz, who was previously an Egyptian slave owned by Aramean master Meshulam. Now, it says here, some related exhibition didactics of 2002 included comments about significant structural similarities between Judaism and ancient Egyptian religion and how they coexisted and blended in Elephantine.
Listen, it's nasty work out there. So, like I said, the Bible is a Kemetic book. It is a Kemetic text. That's why the God of the Bible is Ani, because they were forced under threat of knife to compose the Bible. They only had one set of information to write the Bible into. Period. They only knew the Kemetic ways of living. This is a forced conversion, new book. And they did that because the people coming in, they wanted the power, they wanted the glory, they wanted the knowledge that Kemet possessed. They wanted the knowledge that these guys dripped in gold, building these mountains, like these pyramids. Like we want to know what they know. We want that information. We want all that. Yeah, so write that down. Who know this? Who know this? Oh, the priest? Okay, yeah, round up all them priests. Round up all them priests. Come on, round them up. Yeah, we need all them. Who got this? Yeah, come on, round them up. Yeah, Library of Alexandria. Yeah, we round them folks up. Come on now, get them over here. Yeah, write this. Yeah, put this program together. Write up all them secrets and all that. We don't even know what these words say. Write this, clean this up. Write this in our language. We need to understand what you're talking about. What is all this? So they put that together for them. Yeah, they put that together for them so they could live and fight another day. But you got to realize these people had thousands of years of being griots. The art of storytelling, the art of entendre, the art of metaphor, the art of analogy, the art of encoding, which is the reason why years later, the Rockefellers, now you want to talk about some Rockefeller stuff. Like, see, this, we got to start ending these videos on time because then I get to start going deeper and deeper. And it just, I don't know if the people
Hotep,
are buying
genius,
books after these shows.
HotepJesus.com.
It's just like, there's getting too much information not to go start reading after.
Oh, they
But
definitely getting the book.
listen, if you want to know about the Rockefellers, right, forget about RCA and the 432, 440. Go down the rabbit hole of finding out why the Rockefellers funded and created a science called biosemiotics. Funded and created a science called biosemiotics, which is the research of being able to extract information from images and learning how to encode multiple levels of information into images. That science is funded by the Rockefellers. Why? Because they know there's only one source of power. That's your creator. Your creator works through Christ. And I'm trying to tell y'all that Christ is in your chest, which is the same thing that this legend of Osiris tells you, right? Because where was Osiris buried? In his chest. Yeah.
Biosemiotics. The study of semiosis, the process of using signs and symbols in living systems. What? It examines how organisms from the molecular level to entire ecosystems use signs, codes, and signals to interact with their environment and each other. Essentially explores how life itself. Ain't that Kemet?
How you doing? Nice to meet you. How you doing? Now that just sounded like a scientific explanation for the metal nature, didn't it? How you doing? Like, nice to meet you again. All right, listen. Now, what you need to do is cross-reference that word biosemiotics with Rockefeller. See, that's when you start getting, yeah,
Well,
that's what.
the Google demon said it wasn't him, but the term was coined by a Rothschild.
There we go. There we go. That's the same thing. Come on. Listen. I done forgot more of this information than most people already know. There you go. Rockefeller, Rothschild. That's come on. That's the same thing. They got it.
Say yeah, it's the same realm.
That's what I was. That's yeah. I knew it was. Yeah. Come on now. That's what. Come on now.
Yes, it says right here, coined by the Rothschild.
Yeah, they put that bag up to put that thing together. So this is where I be getting mad with people because they be like, well, Inky, the book is $40, or Inky, the book is $80 or $100. I'm like, see, that's why we're losing. Y'all are thinking the wrong thoughts. Y'all, oh, we need to watch this guy because he gonna show us a business plan and we're gonna get rich like woo woo. And how come we can't keep our money like the Chinese people and the Jews? Because the Chinese people and the Jews are utilizing God. You're trying to utilize get rich quick scheme from YouTube. Like it doesn't work. They're working with God. It's not a coincidence. Read the Bible. The Bible says the folks that follow my laws will have all the wealth and the riches. Why y'all didn't listen to Kanye about that? Because that's a coincidence, I guess. Oh, man, the Jewish people got all the money and this and that and blah, 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 blah. That's yeah, that book says that. The book says if you follow these laws, you'll have all the money and all this and all that. The book says that now. It clearly says that. And so they follow the program and then boom, man, they're your landlord. Interesting. Right? See, that's what we need to get into. Y'all thinking the wrong. So when you hear, oh man, they stole the identity. Well, you got to ask yourself, why would I steal someone's identity? Why would I steal somebody's culture? Obviously, there's a value of it, especially if I'm willing to fight and die to steal your culture. Come on now.
Don't asked about the Library of Alexandria.
Well, listen, the Library of Alexandria. Okay.
He said my Kuvi leaving do-rag marks tonight. That shit on tight.
Listen, these folks is spending 50 million. Listen to what I'm saying. They're putting up 50 million to initiate studies into your ancestors. Put the screen on me so my finger could be big in people's faces. Yeah. They're spending 50 million apiece, chipping in billions of dollars to study your ancestors. You at home watching right now. How much is your library valued at? How much money have you personally at home put into studying your ancestors? How much time have you put into studying your ancestors? Have you studied Wu-Tang albums more than your ancestors, Papri? Have you studied Drake albums? Do you know the lyrics to the Drake album? Do you know Kendrick Lamar's lyrics better than you know the Ebers Papyrus? I'm just saying, if you know Kendrick Lamar lyrics better than the Ebers, listen now. These are the problems. This ain't got nothing to do with unity in the community. We need to have unity in the community. How can we do that? You don't even study the community. You don't have a community because you don't have a God. God has been co-opted. You don't even understand Christ is right here, even though it's right in front of your face. You go to heart, you have a heart attack or a stroke. They're going to pull up Christ right on the screen. Boop. The original mound. But they got you believing that the primordial mound is a pile of dirt. No value. You see how they did that? The primordial mound is a pile of dirt, no value. Once you realize the primordial mound is an electromagnetic signature, right? Because God is, listen, this is how you gotta, so if God is an electromagnetic, your body is electromagnetic. This is how God lives in the temple. This is how the temple is designed for God to inhabit it. This is why the processed food takes out the pigments, takes out the fiber, takes out all these things. You're drinking apple cider vinegar, urinating out all of the ions. The ions are the things that the filaments, the microtubules, and all those things used to create electricity in your cells. You looking at old folks on the top on the label of a bottle, and look at Braggs. This is husband and wife. They 97 years old. I'm gonna look just like them by next week. Yeah, because the vinegar is gonna make you age faster. But you watching Oprah Winfrey and all these shows where these people got you Oprah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna drink this apple cider vinegar and I'm gonna have a lemon maple syrup fast and I'm gonna just look amazing. Meanwhile, you're not realizing Oprah Winfrey got a nutritionist that she pay over $1 million a year to prepare all her meals. We're just gonna skip right over that person and say apple cider man, apple cider vinegar clearly got Oprah looking like y'all are bugging, bro. Like Kim Kardashian is injecting her face with blood and stem cells. Blood and stem cells. Look up Kim Kardashian vampire facial. She's injecting other people's blood and stem cells into her face so she could look younger. And then go on social media and tell y'all she drank apple cider vinegar. Then you go, oh my God, look at apple cider vinegar. Look at Kim Kardashian. She looks so good. She done had that baby. She done drank that apple cider vinegar. Girl, I'm about to go get me some apple cider vinegar. You have no idea what's going on out here. It's just, like we got to start getting into this information, man. That's why I'm like hard lining it. Like, yo, get these books. The problem is that other people are willing to spend more time and money studying you than you are. Period. You cannot, your arms too short to box with God.
It says right here, Kim Kardashian is known for polarizing the vampire facial treatment involving platelet-rich plasma therapy, PRP.
Come on now. See, and that ain't too far. You stay in that rabbit hole pretty long. You're gonna see parabiosis, and then it's gonna be like, wait, what is parabiosis? Oh, that's legalized vampirism. Yeah, that's legalized vampirism. You can just legally get other people's blood to stay young. It's scientific fact now.
They do that in Silicon Valley.
Come on now. It's called parabiosis.
Yeah. I was thinking about trying it.
God put me in your life. God put me right here in your life.
I can't get no young blood and keep me alive.
It's called a woman. You get you a woman and some children. You got you some children, chasing children. They right there. The legend of Osiris tells you that he got Horus. You see, that's how he stayed young. He had, if you need another, go to Tragedy Gaddafi, old school music. Go to the old school. Resurrect through the birth of my seeds and live again. Tony, invade and Y, multiply. Yeah. Resurrect through the birth of my seeds and live again.
So no, none of the blood. I can't do the blood.
We just want to learn how to work.
Silicon Valley seem like they know what they doing, man. They staying long. Like
I know all them folks that's doing the blood, they're doing methylene blue, they're doing steroids and TRT and PRP, and you listen, they buying synthetic body parts and don't they listen. Yeah. So there's a space for that. There's a space for that. But I'm telling you, listen. It's just a coincidence. Now, listen. We could talk all this talk, right? But listen, there's a very, very eerie and spooky coincidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
The coincidence is that the Jewish people go from globally poor, living in poverty, to a global financial superpower.
Mm-hmm.
They also, coincidentally, are the people that live the longest now.
Mm.
And, in that book that we're wondering about, because see, we've been watching too many YouTube debate channels. We're concerned with things that we shouldn't be concerned with them.
Right.
Book says you'll live the longest, and you'll live the best and you'll have abundance. Follow this book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Jewish people live the longest and they have the money.
So you got to follow the book. Follow the good book.
And when you follow that book, guess where that book leads you?
To commit.
Back to Kemet.
Then you got to crack open the Eberus papyrus and the Papyri.
Or you get the translations right from Dr. Inky so you can, yeah.
You know he got a book on it.
Here's that. A series of, dozens. Dozens.
What if I take adrenochrome?
That's not even a real thing.
Tanai said the same shit.
That's not it. That's God. That's put that right over there with chakras. They activate their chakras with adrenochrome. Like this. Put that.
That's some more TikTok science.
That ain't even TikTok. That's just gobbledygook. That's just gobbledygook. That's just, what's that? Anonymous source. Like it's just foolishness.
QAnon.
Yeah, clickbait.
Yeah,
they had the Pizzagate. Ooh, yeah, now, okay. Now there's some missing kids and some, human some human trafficking and some kids. There's some questions out there. But then what they do is, once you get onto a real rabbit hole, they always inject that real rabbit hole with parachute fallouts. So you never follow the rabbit hole through to real results or real information. You're always going to go off on a side quest and get lost. Yeah, because you start, oh man, there's 60,000 missing kids. Where the fuck, excuse my language, where are these kids? What? Adrenochrome. Then you don't went that way.
Detour.
You ain't, because you don't want to wind up with Jordans and Apple, warehouses in China when you go down to missing kids. So we got to go adrenochrome and Hillary Clinton, because then you start wondering, like, hold up, I like iPhones. Am I supporting human trafficking?
Mm-hmm.
I paid $1,200 for my iPhone. It only cost $10. Like, what? How did I? What just happened right now? Like, how did I?
Tanai said he want Goldstein brought up on charges for adrenochrome. Uh-oh.
See, look at that. I'm on the stand getting people charged with Hotep.
Somebody got indicted.
It's crazy.
Lord Jamar in line 4. Lord Jamar said adrenochrome real, man.
Oh, come on. Lord Jamar lost all his credibility. He's supposed to be one of the 5%ers that he believe in flat earth. That goes against every 5%, all the supreme wisdom lessons. Then, as a militant, as a community leader, he took a stand against Vlad and said, no, I'll never go back to Vlad. Vlad said, listen, we're going to take you from $5 to $7.50. He said, listen, Vlad is not so bad now. Listen, we're gonna work with Vlad because, Vlad is, we got to work with Vlad. Vlad is cool. Vlad is a part of the culture. Vlad is a staple in the culture. Like, come on, bro. Just stop saying crazy things. Like, if we stop saying crazy things, then it's because there's a world where some of us won't even mind, like, Jamar and Vlad having a fallout, squashing their beef like grown men, and then Jamal going back to Vlad. But then, you got to put all this internet sauce and juice on it and make it all this and that. And then you wind up eating your words later. You know what I'm saying? And it's worse because the words was make-believe in the first place, which is the reason why it's so easy for you to eat them.
Mm.
Lord Jamar never believed those things he was saying about Vlad as he was saying them.
Mm.
But he was like a scorned woman saying those things. The problem is people have to look at that and go, wait a minute, I don't have a problem with you going back to Vlad. I have a problem with you comfortably saying things that you don't believe on the internet to me as a consumer, and then thinking I'm going to continue to watch you.
Mm.
and think that you're credible. Like, no, just because you get acted up, like, oh, yeah, just because you do that on the internet don't mean like you serious. It just means you understand acting. Most of these guys have SAG cards. Like, come on, bro. Let's keep it real. These guys got SAG cards, man. Like, come on, bro. These guys
Well,
got SAG cards. Listen, they got SAG cards, bro. Like, if y'all don't know what a SAG card is, look up a SAG SAG card. Look up a SAG card. These guys got SAG cards, man. Come on now.
well, right now is a good time to let the people know we got the moon rocks on sale. Moon rocks on sale, $350 a pop. Here they go right here. I had this out to you by tomorrow. You get the $350 a pop. Cash App Hotep Jesus, $350 to get you your moon rocks. You take that, you put that on your head. You start communicating with the ancestors. Activate, decalcify your pineal gland. Angel checks going for $90 tonight. I write your name on this check, how much money you want. Okay, and that'll appear in your bank account before you know it. Send me your date of birth, your address, and your name.
Absolutely disrespectful.
And I'll send you the angel check. I'll get it blessed up tonight.
Absolutely disrespectful. Does that come with a free chakra activation?
No.
They gotta pay.
You go get the activation. You get your chakra activated on another channel. We're not doing no chakra. You go somebody else channel, get your chakras
He
activated.
said, nah, we just gonna say you the angel. We ain't, there ain't no brown chakras in Hotep instead.
We got angel checks and moon rocks. That's all we got. All right, man. Another good episode in the books. KeMedicine, this is episode 9. We're about to hit double digits soon, man.
Yeah, I want y'all to have a newfound respect for the Bible, man. Yeah, read it yourself, study it yourself. Ask yourself questions like, when the New Testament begins, how come they define Jesus's divinity by the number 14?
Why they define it by the number 14?
Yeah. When you look up the New Testament, the beginning of the New Testament.
Genesis in the New Testament?
No, Genesis is in the Old
I was
Testament.
about to say, like, what do you mean?
The New Testament.
Yeah.
Like Matthew, Mark, Luke, that's the New Testament.
Yeah. And the number 14?
Yeah.
What about it?
What about the number 14?
Yeah.
The number 14?
Yeah. Like, what that got to do with the New Testament?
That's just a breadcrumb. We got to leave some stuff, man. We got to leave something, bro. We just leave a breadcrumb. Handful of people going to go crazy. They're going to grab that. They're going to run with it. They're going to have a good time.
14 generations?
Come on now. But why 14 generations? Why 14 generations? Why the significance of the number 14? They could have used a different number.
The genealogy of Jesus to present in 3 sets of 14 generations each.
Yeah.
3 sets of 14. So that's 5,
Come on
5,
now.
5.
No. Forget 555. What's 14 plus 14 plus 14?
14 plus 14 is 28. Plus 14 is 32.
No, it's not.
What I mess up at? Wait, 14 plus 14 is 28.
28. Now, 14.
Oh, I'm sorry. 42.
Okay. Now let's go Kemet and the number 42. What pops up into your mind?
Kemet 42.
That's right. Don't you touch that keyboard neither.
42 laws of Ma'at.
Bang. And where does the number 14 come from? The number 14 comes from the kingship, the divinity, the original blueprint of Kemet. Osiris's body was split into 14 parts.
14 parts. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
see, this is it's encoded. This why we got to go. Okay, wait a minute. Biosemiotics. The Rothschilds spend billions on funding this biosemiotic research because they understand encoding. So you have to learn how to decode. You have to learn how to use numbers, which is the reason why the Hebrew language is a math language, because then you'll realize that the Bible is a math book. Instead of people running around saying, oh, the Bible is about the zodiac. The Bible is about the numbers.
The numerology.
Mm-mm. Not exactly numerology. No, it's kind of different. It's kind of different. It's kind of numerology, but it's kind of gematria. It's kind of just the Bible. It's the different. It's kind of just Hebrew. Like it's a different thing.
Just math. Just straight math.
It's a unique thing. It's an encoding process. It's like realizing that the blood, like this is the best example. The word for blood, right? DM, Dom, 44, right? Perfect example, right? 44, the number 4 twice. Why? What does that have to do with blood? Well, you have 4 grams of sugar in your blood. Each blood cell has 4 compartments for 4 iron molecules to hold 4 oxygen. Like it's built on we have 4 blood types. Like this is
Jay-Z 444.
well, Jay-Z's listen. Jay-Z then did a
He
whole bunch
know.
of
He
homework.
know.
Jay-Z did a whole bunch of homework. You got to get them early Jay-Z albums nobody like to listen to that Jay-Z be trying to buy and erase off of existence, where he was rapping fast and kicking 5% and Dr. York. Like it was a different Jay-Z back then.
He was Hotep back then.
Hotep all the way. That was Little Jazzo. You know what I'm saying? When that was Jazzo Jr., it was all knowledge. And then he realized the knowledge wasn't really selling and said, hold up, let's switch this to the cocaine. Let's start rapping about cocaine. Yeah. Let me sell the idea of cocaine to the kids and boom. Just like Eminem sold pills to the kids and Redman sold the idea of weed to the kids. And yeah, well, that's how we're going to do it. What did Kanye sell? Kanye sold the idea of dropping out of school to the kids. Let's come on now.
I love cocaine rap.
Yeah, well, Kanye sold the idea of being a college dropout. Like, drop out of school. Who needs school? Like, come on. Get out of school. Stop reading. Yeah. Stop learning. Yeah, let's damage these kids. Now what did he do? He came out with an album and he doing something to his cousin. Yeah, yeah, like, come on now. Yeah.
Jack said 4444 is one measure in music.
Come on now. Listen, he crazy. God is music.
God is music.
Like, wait, hold up, Nikki. How could God be light and music at the same time?
Well, sound is light.
Sonoluminescence.
Right.
Yeah. Sound is not exactly light, but sound becomes light, which is the name of my album.
Which means sound possesses light.
Well, in essence, absolutely.
Because if you break down the particles of sound, you get light.
Well, here's where you go with it. And you make it more suitable for the textbook folks.
Mm-hmm.
You just deal with potential energy and kinetic energy.
Okay.
When an atom absorbs a photon, the electrons go from potential to kinetic energy.
When an atom absorbs photons, which is light particles.
Correct. The light particles
the
impart
electrons
their energy.
go from potential to kinetic energy.
Correct.
Energy and action.
And then after they vibrate, they emit the leftover energy. So they absorb photons and then re-radiate their own photons all the time. So matter is constantly moving, vibrating.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what sound is. Technically, sound and light exist only in our minds. If we're actually talking about sound, we're talking about mechanical waves. And if we're talking about light, we're talking about electromagnetic waves. But there's no such thing as light until you have pigment to interpret light. Just like there's no such thing as sound until you have an auditory system to interpret the pressure waves into information. So you're really talking about mechanical waves and electromagnetic waves and the
Until something
conversion.
interprets it to become light
Yeah,
or sound.
yeah, yeah. That's why I always tell people we don't see with our eyes and we don't hear with our ears. We see and we hear with our mind. This is why deaf people cannot hear sound. Sound does not exist for them. They live in a world with no sound. This is why blind people live in a world with no light because they don't have pigment. And then upon further examination, we realize that many of the deaf people are missing pigment in their auditory system. Yeah, it's pigment all in your auditory system, melanin specifically, and then you got opsins and all that. Yeah,
Somebody once said, I read this in a book. One of our early melanin black scientists said, the reason why our black people are more adept at music is because we got more melanin in our ears.
That's a loose truth. That's a fact though.
Oh, wow. Damn. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's a loose. I mean,
There's some
there's
nuance.
some wiggle room. Yeah, there's some truth. Yeah, there's a nugget of truth to that.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a fact.
mm.
I mean, that's just science though. That's just science. If we examine the difference between eumelanin and pheomelanin, eumelanin is a much more efficient conversion tool for light to electricity. And that's what, you know, same thing for mechanical waves. It's much more efficient in pheomelanin than converting mechanical
Mechanical
waves
waves.
to electrical signals, because that's what our eyes do and that's what our ears do. Our auditory system converts mechanical waves to digital signals that our neurons can play with. Our eyes and our optic system converts electromagnetic waves to electrical signals that our neurons can play around with.
Mm, 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 mm.
But this is why the body is based on electrogenesis. So, folks at home, we want to get to that electrogenesis theory, that electrogenesis Bible. You want to get you one of these, and you want to learn something about your body.
Go out and
Stop
get that.
to burn fat and burn sugar and all this foolishness, and start thinking electrified. You don't burn fat, you electrify it, which is the reason why when you look at fat molecule, it is stored as glucose 6 phosphate, right? We just look at the glucose part and it's like the phosphate part been hidden this whole time, even though that's one molecule, glucose 6 phosphate. But they know the fat cells store sugar and phosphate and phosphate. Let's make sure we go and phosphate because it's the phosphate part that's going to become the ATP thing that's going to phospholipid this, like that whole magical electric light thingy. That's what that, yeah, that's how that
Tanai
that's
said pigment is is hyperconjugated carbon to carry electrons.
yeah, that's 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 Tanai doing that science thing again. He's just making sure the scholars respect it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm dumbing it down, and then he just smartening it up, like the opposite of dumbing it down. He's smartening it up. Yeah. It's the Jada and Styles P. We hitting him with the Jada and Styles.
I can't wait to get both of y'all on here at the same time. It's gonna be crazy.
Styles gonna say he just gonna shoot your face off. But Jada is gonna like hit you with a metaphor, like it's a good combination though.
Yeah. All right. Good episode tonight. Make sure y'all go out get y'all textbook, KeMedicine, out now. It's right there in the pin post. That's your textbook for the weekly class. Y'all should be reading along and reading through that during every Tuesday. Okay.
Every day. You should be finished reading that book already, getting some more books. Listen, that's why I'm saying the Rothschilds put billions up. This is how they secured the bag. The Jewish folks put billions up to study this culture, and we want to spend like 34, like we spend more money smoking weed than we do stuff. Like, listen,
Don't do that. Don't
bro,
do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
these are
Don't do
facts,
that.
though.
Don't
These
do
are
that.
facts. These are facts. You know, we spending
Niggas,
more.
weed budget is higher than a book budget.
Their weed budget is
Whoa.
higher than their God budget. Their weed budget is higher than their KeMedic budget. Their weed budget is higher than their Allah budget. Muslims spend more money on weed than they do Allah. Christians spend more money on weed than they do Jesus. KeMedic Hotep spend more money on weed than Asar. And this is the problem. We don't realize the truth of escapism. If we're spending our real time and the bulk of our money on escapism, how can we win the game if we're trying to get out of the game? The people spending their money on trying to win the game are winning the game. It's just that simple. We spending time on trying to escape. They Kobe. They in the gym sweating hard running drills. Oh, what did Osiris? Okay, how did it go? Canoe. We in the temple of Canoe. Okay, so Kepler did. How's we? Okay, so Kepler. Okay, so how do we worship Kepler? How do we deal with Kepler and Canoe? Like, okay, so we raise the children on this. No, this is the only thing we do. And they get the real estate, they get the entertainment, and then folks like, oh, they got all the money. Oh, no, hold on. We not gonna do that. I grew up in New York watching these folks. They have a culture of reading that is just phenomenal. The Jewish people have a culture of reading that is phenomenal.
It is.
I'm talking
It's
about
kind
it
of
is
crazy.
crazy.
It
It
is
is
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
And so do the Chinese people. And so it's no wonder to me that when we have these economic conversations, we're like, man, I wonder how we can make our money circulate in the community like the Jewish people and the Chinese people. I'm like, you take a look, it's
in
in
a
a
book,
book.
the
And
reading
what does the Chinese
rainbow.
and what does the ancient Chinese alphabet start off with? The symbol of Atum. Yeah, yeah. The first symbol is the day symbol. The symbol of day is the circumpunct, the symbol of Atum, the basic symbol of Adam.
Wait, the yin yang?
Mm-mm. The circle with a little dot inside.
Re.
Come on.
Sun.
Okay, now hold up. Sun? Hello. How you how, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ink to the Hotep. I dropped things that the scholars didn't know yet. Come on, man. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ink. Ink to the Hotep. I dropped science that the scholars didn't know yet. Now, how I know about that? How I know about that? You know what I'm about to get ready to say. You know, I got a book on it. It's called The Legend of Wuxia. It's called The Legend of Wuxia. Listen, I got a book on it. It's called The Legend of Wuxia. Right? Yeah, I got a book on it.
Stop playing, Ink.
Bro, I done described how the Yellow River culture came from Kemet already in the books. And the Yellow River culture is what seeded all of China and all that. Come on, man. Everything. Yeah, the I Ching, the Feng Shui, all of the fancy, beautiful things that China's known for. They was over there in their savage culture and they raped and robbed the Yellow River culture and then they got civilized. Well, the Yellow River culture is migrants. Come on, man. Listen. Codex of Living Current is on Amazon too. You can get this Codex of Living Current and just get deep. We want y'all to really start to learn.
Yo.
I love what happens after I hear those buttons pressed. I really love that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That should say re.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What's crazier is it took you a second to catch. You like, oh, what? Re, son? Like, I'm like, bruh. Bruh. Just wait a minute. That's why I say sometimes you got to just wait a minute. It's going to hit you. It's so over the top and obvious what they say. You hide the truth in plain sight. Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. They just going to put that right there in front of you. Like, boom. Like, that can't be no, Ray, the sun? What? And the same hieroglyph? Like, wait, hold up. Ray, the sun, and then you got the same glyph. So you start your program with our program. So it ain't no question. We ain't got to have no other question. Yo, I seen a picture of a dark-skinned Chinese person. Stop all that foolishness, bro. Stop all that.
Damn, it's that same motherfucking glyph.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's the same motherfucking glyph.
Yeah, I told you. Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Ray right there. Got the circle with the dot. And this one got the, says re. Circle with the motherfucking dot. This,
My name is Ink. Ink to the Hotep. I dropped the science that the scholars ain't know yet. Told you.
That's crazy. We was Chinese, niggas. We was Chinese.
No.
No, I can't say that.
We was KeMedicine.
We was KeMedicine, my bad.
We was KeMedicine.
Chinese was us.
They just know, just like the raw China, just like everybody else that's getting money out here. They studied the great ones. They spent time. They spent decades. They spent centuries studying the great ones and built themselves a solid foundation of that. Now, we've been trained to bastardize our information and spend more money on Dutch masters and rolling papers. And come on, bro. I'll take it a step further. It's people spending more money on rolling paper than they spend on books. Forget the weed that even goes in it. They spend more money on backwoods per month than books.
Smoking papers, but not reading papers.
Come on, man. Where we going? They spend more hours. They talking about they scholars. They spend more hours on live streams and on video games than they do reading. I'm like, how are you a scholar and you don't read books? Like, how could that even be possible? Like, a scholar, you know, scholars read and write books. Like, that's literally scholarship is the reading and the writing thing. So if you haven't written any books and you don't read books, how are you a scholar? Like, where are your books at? Yeah, where is the books that you read? Where are the books that you've read? And then where are the books that you've written? Because otherwise, you're not a scholar. You're just a content creator on YouTube, which is fine. Content creators are making zillions of dollars. Yeah.
Next week, we're going to come back and explain why Tyler Perry got hit with a huge lawsuit for sexually harassing a white man.
Stop that, bro. We're not going to do that, bro. Come on, man.
There's got to be a hidden meaning in here somewhere.
No, it doesn't. There's no hidden meaning, bro. What are we talking? That's not a. Come on, man. We don't need to come back with that next week, bro. Tyler Perry is known for being a cross-dresser, bro. What are we doing about that? That's how he got rich. That's how he made all the money to buy the big studio. He dressed like a woman for a decade or more. Like, Yeah, he's a cross dresser. We used to call that cross dressing. The men that dress like women is cross dressers. Yeah, and you got some men that's cross dressers that are not gay, and then you got some men that's cross dressers that are gay. But they enjoy dressing like and pretending to be women. He happened to get rich off of it. So I don't think it's news if, you know,
He
he
doing a
gets
little
caught with
something
his hand
funny.
in a cookie jar. Got his hand in the cookie jar. What are we doing? Yeah. Have you watched any of the TV shows that come out of his studios?
I just watched Straw.
Straw is terrible, ain't it?
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I tried. It was terrible.
Why you ain't like it?
What is there to like about it?
It was good.
I felt catfished
Why you felt catfish?
because they advertised it as an action film, and then I watched it. It was depressing and boring. Like, it was terrible.
It was depressing. It was depressing.
It was terrible. And I'm a man that has raised 7 children alone. I don't want to hear about no woman struggling because she got one baby. Like, toughen up. Like, stop it. Toughen up. What is happening right now? Stop it. I gotta get $40 for my daughter. Who wrote this? This is terrible.
The plot twist at the end was good though.
No, there was no plot twist at the end.
Yes, it was.
Stop that, bro. That was terrible writing. That was terrible. What are you talking about?
It was a plot. You didn't finish the movie, so you don't know.
Nah, that was terrible. The whole little what's the other actress, the police and the white knight? That was terrible, bro. That wasn't no good plot twist. You could see that coming the whole time.
Iman Shumpert wife.
Yeah, no, they not even. Come on, you mean ex-wife?
Ex-wife, yeah, ex-wife.
Yeah, come on, man.
No, that aside from that, there was a whole like. I don't want to spoil it for people that
Just spoil it because it's terrible. Save them some money, bro. Come on.
Nah, I can't. Natty, tell them the ending was good, yo.
No, it wasn't, bro. It wasn't because I seen the ending when she got locked up from the bank. Like, that was terrible, bro.
Nah, you missed the deep meaning. There was a deep meaning in there.
Deep meaning? Nah, bro. Ain't no deep meaning. You going to jail. It was a surface meaning. You going to jail. Nobody cares about your
No, that's
problem.
not what happened.
The meaning was nobody cares about your problem. You going to jail. She ain't get no help. She ain't get no assistance. She went to jail. She's lost her child. That's what happens. Your child is in the. Your child. This is the real. You go to jail. Your child now goes into the system where they're getting sexually abused, and then she come out to be a stripper and then write a book about it. Come on, bro. That was a terrible movie. Like, stop.
I gotta watch it again.
That was a terrible movie about how a woman, single mom, couldn't take care of her baby. Her baby is lost to the system now, and she's lost to the system. And what are we doing? That was terrible.
I gotta watch it again.
Tyler Perry has to stop it.
It was good.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible. It was terrible, terrible, terrible.
It was depressing, but the end made it good. Like the whole way.
No. Well, how? If she would have got away with the money, then it might have been a vibe.
Because the plot twist at the end.
Bro, there's no plot twist. She went to jail.
No. That's not what happened.
She did. She went to jail.
No, that's not what happened. Shantae said, stop, Hotep is awful. Who is Shantae?
See? Someone who saw the movie. Stop this madness. Don't you dare try to attack.
We ain't never seen Shantae in the chat. Y'all ever seen Shantae in here? We ain't never seen Shantae in here. We start talking about Tyler Perry. Here she go popping up out of nowhere.
Shantae is passionate like Tyler Perry. Come on now. You got enough money to get you some good writing. I get it.
And she popped up just to hate on Straw.
No. Listen. Tyler Perry has given a lot of black people opportunities to grow and build themselves a career in Hollywood.
Yes.
But there has to be a fine line between making real good movies and then making these B movies that you package as A quality movies to get A quality money for B quality movies. Like, no. You're ripping us off now.
It
Like,
is
you
a B
don't-
movie. It is a B movie.
At best. At best. That whole opening scene, it was terrible. If you take Tiana Taylor looked terrible. She looked like a C quality actor. She did herself a disservice.
She looked bad. Yeah, she did. That wig was looking bad.
If you take out the one actor, if you put anybody else in this film, it's terrible.
Me saying if you take away Taraji, the whole film's done.
If you take away
Taraji killed her role. She get an A+ for that role. She killed that role.
Nah.
What? She had me believing, man.
Believing what?
That she was going through it.
Come on, bro. And so we need a move. Come on, bro. We need to know that single parent. This is why I'm saying. See, I got 5. I guess I'm immune to that. I've been raising 5 babies. Like, come on, bro. I can't. I ain't. Come on now.
Natty, tell them they got a date. They missed the ending, Natty.
Give us the ending. What happened?
I can't because it's gonna spoil it.
Yes or no? Did she get away with the money?
No. She never wanted the money.
Okay. Did she get to take care of her daughter then? Let's just go there.
No.
Okay, so stop right there. Nothing else matters.
Her daughter dead.
Hello.
Natty, I can't tell her, man. I don't want to spoil it for the people that ain't watched it yet, man.
Bro, that does not make it good.
The plot twist made it a solid B movie. I got it. It's one of those. It remind me of Fight Club. You ever seen Fight Club?
Fight Club was amazing. It was a poor carbon copy, bro.
It remind me of.
No, it don't. It don't. That's you. You know what? You wildin', bro. See, that's racism right there. You gotta stop that, bro. That's racism, bro. That's racism. That's that black militant YouTube stuff right there. You gotta stop that, bro. There's no way you should ever confuse the dirt. Like, how did you? That's a classic. Fight Club is a classic, bro. Come on.
It got the same twist as Fight Club.
No, come on, bro. You can't.
I love Fight Club. It's not on the level of Fight Club, but it's in that.
No, don't do this. Don't do that. No, sir. No, sir. There's no way. No way. You could watch Fight Club at least 100 times straight, and you like, if you get halfway through this movie and you still awake, I give you props.
This movie had me on pins and needles.
No, you wasn't on that.
I was watching Straw like, man.
You're too successful then. You way too successful.
The Straw was good.
You've been out of the hood too long. You've been out of the hood too long. If you've been on pins and needles stop it. If you was on pins and needles at any point in that movie, you've been out of the hood too long.
Listen.
When that lady said we getting ready to throw your stuff out if you don't pay the rent, and then she ain't pay the rent, and then her stuff got thrown out, like there was no pins and needles with that. That's how that goes, okay? Yeah, that goes.
There was some elements that I had to ignore, right? To have some respect for the movie.
No.
I had to ignore it. There was a few things in there that were,
terrible. It was terrible.
The acting was definitely.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. The acting was
Tyler
bad.
Perry has gotten enough money. He got his own studio now. Like, bro, you could hire some high quality writers, bro. Look at what Ryan Coogler
But that ending, though.
No.
Who was the boss? Wasn't it? I think the boss was it Samuel L. Jackson? Who was the boss again, Natty?
Wow, that's crazy. Yo,
Not
you
Sam.
trying hard. You know damn well that wasn't Samuel. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, you violated.
It was the military nigga from the Cosby College show. A Different World.
Sir. With all due respect to that man as an actor, he has given us some classic roles and some times we'll never forget. But if you ever compare him to Samuel Jackson again,
Glenn Turman,
bro,
Glenn Turman was
now stop
in there.
Right there. Hold up. Stop right there. There is nobody watching this broadcast that knew that name. There's not one person in the chat, nor is there anybody that's going to watch this on the playback that knew his name.
But we know his face.
Bro, you cannot that's like saying, what's that quarterback name from what's that quarterback name from the Lions? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Yeah, he just like Tom Brady. Yeah, he throw the ball. Yeah, he throws the ball. He just like Tom Brady. Like, come on, bro. You got to stop this.
Shut up, Heather.
You're trying to just compare Oscar-winning generational talents to, stand-in guy with a reoccurring role. Like, come on, bro.
Sinbad was in there. Sinbad killed his role.
Bruh. you got a Sinbad? Sinbad got two names that mean bad. Like, his name is bad worse. Like, what are we talking about? Worse bad. Like, Sinbad has never been a good actor. He has never been a good actor in any film ever.
Sinbad
has never been a good actor.
He was killing that shit.
Sinbad, as a cultural icon, has been able to milk his status among the community in some roles, and I respect him for that. I respect him for having that role and saying, listen, you're going to pay me because who I am is going to make people buy tickets. But we can never, ever say that Sinbad is a good actor. He's not even, he's not a good actor, bro. He's not even as good as my man. What's my man Franklin from Snowfall? Franklin.
Oh, you can't put him on that level. Stop it now. That nigga
what we talking about?
He went to that fucking school for actors over there in England and
that's
shit.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You mixing up guys with reoccurring roles.
I'm just saying, Sinbad.
Samuel Jackson. Like, what we doing?
All right, Sam Jackson was a stretch. Okay.
This is crazy. Bro, the movie just was not good. It was not a good film. It wasn't a good movie.
Sinbad, he played his role in this movie well.
Sinners was a really good movie.
Sinners was a phenomenal movie.
There we go. See that? We can celebrate Black excellence right there. We can go, Sinners was a great movie. Listen, we don't even have to tell any lies. We could just say Sinners was amazing.
Top 10 movie this decade.
Come on now. We could just...
last.
Now, which top 10 is... Come on now.
All right. Straw's not going to be in anybody's top 10. All I'm saying
top 10 worst. It might be in top 10 worst movies of Taraji's career.
Maybe.
It might be top 5. This might be that one movie where they go, Taraji, we know what you was trying to do. This wasn't it. When you read the script, you thought Oscar. You thought you was going to be the Halle Berry crackhead. Like, you thought this was the Training Day. You thought this was that. This wasn't that. This wasn't that.
Here's my thing. When I first saw the Straw movie, preview or whatever, me and my lady was like, yeah, we not watching this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I can't say that. When I saw it, I thought this was crazy. I was like, oh, because they had clipped up that little scene where the burglars come in to rob the joint, and then she fired. They clipped that up and made it. I was like, oh, Taraji is back. It's getting ready to go crazy. I can't wait to see this.
No, we both said we wasn't going to see it. So I went to a kickback, my homie's kickback Saturday, and this movie came up, Straw. I was like, yeah, I'm not watching that. And my homie was like, nah, you got to watch it. It was pretty good. So I was like, all right, because you said it, I'll watch it. So I think what happens is a movie is as good as your expectations previously.
I don't think so. I'm
going to explain.
No? Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to explain.
Listen, I just want you to understand that the people at home are watching you constantly trying to dress this thing up. But go ahead.
And I'm about to kill it with this. Your expectations for the movie were high.
Oh, okay.
That's what you just said.
No, my expectations were action, not high.
But they were high.
You said it's Taraji.
You said
Tyler Perry film.
You said it's Taraji P. This is it. That's what you said.
Action.
But you said Taraji P. This is it.
But Taraji's not Halle Berry.
But you had some high expectations.
I'm gonna let you go with this. Yes.
I had low expectations, extremely low expectations. So when we both saw the movie, well, I was like, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Okay, now
the acting was was
I ain't gonna
pretty
say
bad.
you killed it with that analogy, but I'm gonna say that was plausible. I'm gonna say that was a pretty good analogy.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna say this. We live in the world of streaming now. So I think that we are becoming numb to movies because we don't have to pay for them anymore. Back in the days when you had to go to the theater, you know, even when bootlegs was on like VCR tapes, like it was a different type of world. And we had more reverence, more respect for movies. Now that everything is online, you ran out of movies to watch in one day. You watched all the new movies in one day, and then you just stuck with all this baloney that comes on, like the people just throwing out fodder, you know, and they slap Taraji in there and cut up, 2 minutes of it and catfish people and make us think it's an action movie and it's some old, you're taking drugs halfway through the movie. You remember every bad moment in your life.
It is. It's extremely depressing.
Yeah, and it's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, that ain't.
I had to take a break from the movie. It is extremely depressing.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, just say it. It's terrible. Let's listen to that description. It's so depressing. I had to take a break from it. That means terrible.
All right. So let's ask the final question. Which movie is better? The First Nutty Professor or Life?
Ooh. H, you are very intelligent, bro.
This is the argument we had on Saturday.
Very intelligent. Listen. I don't want anybody at home to fall into this trap. You people at home, watch your step. Don't you rush to just type something into the chat. Just watch your step. Because he's getting ready to try to take you somewhere with Life. And this is very disrespectful because Life, once again, is an all-star cast. And you cannot even mention Straw. Straw cannot catch. Boy, listen. You talk about Eddie Murphy, Martin. That's nasty work, bro. Stop this madness.
I got Nutty Professor.
No comment. I have not stepped. My mama raised me way too well. No comment.
I got Nutty Professor over Life.
All I'm going to do is double down and say Straw was horrible. There's no way we're going to reverse engineer this conversation and then like, oh, yeah, well, see, what happens is you compare this to Life and you go, oh, yeah, but see, look, that's the plot with the end. Like, no, sir. That was good, though. Now, see, that was better than that expectation thing. That right there is a trap. I am standing down. I'm tapping out on that one.
How is Life better?
Yeah, I'm going to tap out on
How is Life better?
No comment. I have no comment, sir. I did not officially say that Life was. I'm just tapping out. You got it. You got me somehow in the rear naked choke, and I'm tapping out. I have nowhere to go. Yeah, I have nowhere to go. That is a very good. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I have to tap out. I got to tap out right there.
You're not falling for the setup.
I'm just saying Straw is horrible. I'm a triple down on Straw being horrible. If you have nothing better to do, then you could be reading a book that whole little 90 minutes. You could invest in that time. Read that. There should always be something better to do than watch Straw. Like, don't watch Straw.
I say go watch Straw, y'all. I say go watch it. Give it a chance. Give it a chance so we can discuss it.
I say go ahead and go watch it just to support the bro. I watched it, and I do believe in supporting folks, even if I don't like the product. So go support that cast.
I don't support Tyler. I can't get down with his movies.
You are supporting Tyler right now. We've been going 20 minutes and you supporting Tyler. What is happening right now? Is this the Twilight Zone? Do y'all see what HJ is up here doing? This is crazy. You've been up here fighting tooth and nail, holding Tyler down.
I just
And
need.
this almost started with his lawsuit with the funny business. Like, what is going on?
If I had to watch it, you gotta watch it.
Listen, if you got some space, turn it on. You know what I'm saying? Just do something else. Like clean the house while it's on. Like just go ahead clean the house while it's on. So the family, they get their little, they get their credit, they spend, you know what I'm saying, they royalties, whatever. Just, support the bros. Turn it on while you vacuuming. You know what I'm saying? You can't even hear it. It's good. Yeah.
Lauren, you gotta watch it, yo.
Nah,
You gotta watch it. The ending. Ask Natty. The ending is crazy. Natty will tell you the ending is crazy.
Okay, let me ask you this. Why was the daughter dead?
I gotta watch it again because I don't know.
Come on, bro.
Oh, wait, she had the seizure. That's right. She had a seizure.
No. Come on, bro.
She had a seizure.
She had a seizure?
Yeah.
Or she wasn't being taken care of?
She had a seizure.
Was she a neglected child? Yes or no?
She had a seizure. I don't know. I gotta watch. I don't know if she was a neglected child. I gotta watch it back again.
So you ain't see the movie?
I gotta watch it again.
Hold on. What was the whole $40 thing about?
She had to bring the money to the school for the baby.
No. The whole $40 thing was about neglecting the child. It was about not feeding the child.
She owed some lunch money.
No. She was eating leftovers in the school after the other kids ate lunch. They was whatever left over that she was getting that, and the teacher and the other kids was teasing her about it, and she had to pay for lunch like everybody else paid.
Right.
Or your daughter keep eating the dun.
Yeah.
Right. So you have a daughter that has epilepsy, she has seizures, and you're not feeding her correctly. That increases the frequency of the seizures and the severity.
Right.
So you didn't take care of your child, and what we doing?
But why didn't she take care of her child?
Because she was a bad parent.
No, see, you ain't watched the movie.
Oh my goodness. Now, where you got another storyline? She was a terrible parent.
No, that's not what happened. You tuned out of the movie too early. You ain't get to the end.
She was a good parent. Let's get you on wax, because some people gonna go watch this movie after this. So let's get you on the record. Are you saying that this movie shows that she was a good parent?
Good is subjective.
Wow. At least you could just be honest. Listen, when you came and you said life or Nutty Professor, I just said, oh, you got me. That was tough. That was crazy. You got that off. I'm tapping. You got that, big bro. I'm tapping out. Now, I asked you a question. You're going to say, well, good. Stop that, bro. Just go ahead. Just be honest. You know what?
Natty, will you tell him that ending leaves a lot of room for... Natty, tell him the ending leaves a lot of room for interpretation.
Not of whether she was a good parent or not.
Yes, absolutely it does.
Oh, no, sir.
That ending changes everything you thought about her.
No, are you... What? No, it's just bad to worse. No, it's just bad to worse. It's you was a bad parent the whole time. We like, yo, you're a terrible parent and a thirst ball, and you're like making bad decisions. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And every time you say this can't get any worse, she does something even dumber and it gets worse. And then you get to the end and you be like, oh, wait a minute. She is a much worse parent than we expected this whole time. We thought you was just starving the kid. We didn't know you also killed the kid. Like, we didn't know. Wait a minute. What are you doing here, Tyler? Did you allow us to participate in this movie? So, like, is this a ritual, Tyler Perry? Like, did you get us to participate in some child? Like, what are we doing here?
Natty, no, that didn't happen, Natty. Natty asked, didn't the child die a day after being in Child Protective Services? And the answer is no.
Listen.
I'm the only one that watched the movie.
No, that's not true.
See, Shantae watched the movie. Shantae watched the movie.
It's terrible. Shantae said it's terrible. Don't you try to get Shantae on your side. It's over for that.
Shantae, rate the movie from 1 to 10. 10 being great, 1 being trash. Rate the movie from 1 to 10.
Rate the movie from terrible to good. Just say terrible.
She put 0.
Oh, see?
That's not even fair.
That's
not right, Shantae.
It was terrible. Let me ask you a question. All jokes aside, did you like that movie about the fat girl?
Wait, why did you?
Yo,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
We've been online so long. My fucking board went out. You said what?
Precious. Did you like Precious, the movie? It's yes or no. Don't you say no other words. Don't you say no other words. Matter of fact, don't even say or. Just yes, no. You got 2 choices. Yes, no. Did you like Precious?
No.
There we go. So just stop it. This is worse than Precious.
This is definitely worse than Precious.
Yeah. And my man's got to stop milking this terrible thing that he's like, come on, bro.
But Precious had a bigger budget. It wasn't in the streaming era. You know, it was
Bro,
a better
Perry
production.
Is a black man that has become like a billionaire.
Wait, what happened to Ink? We've been rocking so long. Ink fucking Zoom cutout. Oh shit. Let me see if this nigga come back, man. I'm just saying, listen, man. You know, that ending had me fucked up. The ending of that movie, I was like, wait, what happened? So I want to go back and I want to watch it again to pick up the pieces I missed to understand the ending better. What's wrong with that? His internet dropped. He said the ancestors have spoken. Precious was sick as fuck. No way it's worse. Precious was sick. This was all right. So mate, it's in the same vein as Precious. It was definitely in the same vein as Precious. Mother neglecting a child. It was definitely heavy on the. I just want Tyler Perry to. Here's what I said at the cookout. The reason why I didn't watch Straw. I said I don't want to watch no movie where Taraji don't got her hair done. Why Tyler Perry always take black women and make them just look just all fucked up? Like, that's not how I want to see Taraji. Where's the feel good movie? You know what I'm saying? He always got women in a bad fucking position. And then the men in the movie don't make shit no better. It's terrible. It's terrible. Monique was hilarious and Precious. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna be looking at this Tyler Perry situation. Apparently, there's some text messages. He's flirting with some nigga named Derek Dixon. Simulation be simulating. Lawsuit filled of harassment and sexual assault. This is nasty. This is nasty. So I don't know. I'll take a look at this. We'll probably talk about it. This is probably going to be trending tomorrow. Black Twitter's going to have a field day with this tomorrow. So we waiting to see if Iran going to blow us up. And then we're going to see. And then we're going to see what's happening with Black Twitter tomorrow. But Black Twitter is going to obliterate. The Black Twitter is going to. Yeah, black men better get low. Tomorrow's gonna be a civil war because you got real niggas versus the boule blacks, and the boule blacks gonna be on Tyler Perry's side, but there's some LGBT shit in here. So I don't even know. This is gonna be an unpredictable moment. So I'm gonna just wait and see, what happens. They getting all the black celebrities. They rounded them up one by one. So I don't know. I'll wait and see how Black Twitter reacts to this tomorrow, and then we'll have to see. Anyway, shout out to Ronan, Markel, Sears Up, Dr. Feels Good. Appreciate you on the gifted. Make sure y'all go out and watch Straw. I'm out of here.
Yeah, in the IB, where the post they lie. Electron spin, got a rhythm to survive.